Trouble. And welcome everybody to the Automotive Edge Radio Show. We are kicking in here, waiting to get started on the 100.7 FM, The Word. So be sure and lock in, load with us, and share and like. Do both. Do it all. Let everybody know we're here every Saturday morning from 9 to noon. And I know a couple of people out there are all scared that we weren't going to be on, but we're here. We're rocking. Just
rocking and rolling.
Trying to get things squared away here on our social media sites and getting dialed in there. So hope everybody's going to have a great Saturday morning today. It's going to be still warm here in North Texas, but something we can live with, I think, for a little while longer. All right. Yeah, there we go. Got that dialed in. How you doing, Mr. Chase?
I don't know.
You got it yet?
Not coming up.
Well, we're getting repeat and repeat. Did you share?
Where's the remote?
Right here. Dave Martin at the helm.
That's
producing
me.
The show. Tell everybody good morning there. Mr.
Good
Dave.
morning, everybody.
There you go. That's what we wanted to see and hear. Get on these slangs here and make it where we can figure out what's going on. Okay, well,
There you go.
there he is, live and in color.
Live and in color.
Did you want on the show today?
Nah, I'm just gonna be background music.
Your SRN
This
program.
is the camera that we need where it's this close.
And you have both of us like in this, like you get a lot more stuff, you mean? Is that what you're saying? That you
Yeah.
can be close, but you get a lot more stuff in it?
Wonder what happens if we bring the camera in closer and then bring it out. What do you think that'll do?
Move the camera, I mean?
If we move the camera up and then backed it out
We can try that.
and
Hold
see
on.
what happens. No, you're bringing it out. Bring it in. Yeah. No, bring the camera in and then back it out. Bring it in closer. Okay, now let's see what happens.
Program will begin in 5, 4.
Yeah, come have a seat.
You're up.
Seat. I'm in my seat, but I'm not quite. I have to move over the wall. There you go. That works. Good morning, everybody. You're tuned into the Automotive Edge Radio Show here every Saturday morning on 100.7 FM, The Word. I'm your co-host, Big Wheels Bo Carver, along with the host, Kurt Chase. And we're just getting dialed in here for this wonderful day today.
It's at a
And
real weird angle.
it's fine. It looks good.
Well, hey, good morning. Thank you for joining us here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show. We are having extreme technical difficulties today getting everything set up because of Bo.
It's always my fault.
And anyway, real good week this week. I was at, 16.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get this centered. Go over just a little bit. No, you went up.
Well, what do you mean I went up?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Anyway, we're at about 13 dealership this week, figuring out what's going on in the auto industry and checking it out, and interest rates and sale prices and resale prices and used cars. And I got to tell you, it's a great time to buy. It's a great time to buy. With gas prices up, I've never seen such huge markdowns plus rebates, where dealers are actually taking losses on a handful of vehicles to keep them moving off the property and keeping production flowing. And a lot of people questioned why I keep saying that it's a great time to buy when gas prices keep going $3.35. I think they were $3.70 today, and then back down. Well, it's going to stabilize. Sooner or later, those idiots over in Iran are going to go, yeah, we're financially doomed. We've got to cut a deal. The president, I don't know why he's not moving faster and harder just to get this thing rectified. But, obviously we don't want anybody to die, which is the most important thing. Doesn't matter where you're from. There's a lot of innocent people over there that are caught up with a wackadoodle-doo regime. And that's a good thing that we're not making that move and then they're reporting deaths all day long. Here in the United States, gas prices, I think it's all a bunch of baloney when you hear how much oil we're producing in these other countries, in Venezuela, and oil that's, I don't buy half of it. But the prices will come down eventually, hopefully sooner than later. With that, it has a lot of people pumping the brakes and going, hang on, we're not ready to buy. We're not going to do anything right now.
Do you think this is politically motivated?
See, I don't understand what that term means.
Well,
when people say it's politically motivated, what does that mean?
Well, that means if they can keep the prices high somehow, whoever has the button on that pulls the string, that it might affect the elections in November. Okay, then that's kind of politically motivated, to where they're controlling that to where it might not help, say, the the conservatives to get more votes or more elections because the gas prices, and it's all the conservatives' fault.
Well,
that is what I mean.
Yeah,
you don't think that's even a possibility at all?
You would have to say, are Democrats running the oil companies?
Well,
do we know that the head of Exxon or Mobil or wherever is a Democrat, or because the Republicans, they have to make things really, really, really good going into November,
right?
And so, with the oil prices, the gas prices high, who is actually causing that when every time you turn on the TV, we're producing more oil than ever? Venezuela is rocking and rolling now that they got, what's his name, out of there. And they're producing a ton of oil. And all you hear is how many millions of barrels are being produced. And to really dig in deep and find out, I don't think the American people ever know the real internal intricacy of
how it all works.
How this has happened. When Trump yesterday was talking at the police academy, he was talking about how much oil is being produced in the United States. And I'm going,
and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, like, why we're looking at this situation and the war, most people, I think, are looking at that as why the gas prices are not coming down.
Well, I think that's an excuse for people to make.
But then wouldn't that be a political realm, a politically motivated issue? If somebody's controlling that to where we're just keeping it high to make it very difficult for an election to be, a little bit more understandable.
There's so many factors to look at on why this is happening. But, I'm just a meat and potato, block and tackle, basic 1, 2, 3 guy. And when I hear everybody going about how much oil is not making it through the Strait of Hormuz, but how much oil is coming out of here, Venezuela, other countries, I'm going.
So then my question is,
it doesn't make sense.
That's what I'm saying. So there's got to be some reason for it. Is it just so that the oil companies can just keep?
Well, financial would be number one.
Oh, well, could be.
But for people at home that are on the sideline going, well, I can't afford the gas on a new vehicle. I would tell you this. From my point of view, I have had right under 20 people that bought this year, Q2, we're in Q3 now, that have on average $7,000-8,000 worth of equity because what they paid for it and what it's worth now, when a lot of the inventory got depleted and the rebates went away, these values have gone up. The used car market's on fire. So with that being said, when you have pickup trucks, which we are the truck capital of the world, and there was trucks yesterday that they were taking $16,000 off MSRP. 16,000. And then you look at the pre-owned truck market, especially with Ford, and I'm watching on the online auction at King Ranches and Platinums, and they're going, I mean, it was incredible. This one guy didn't even put his hand down. It was like he had a board or something,
I just stayed there.
And everybody started walking away knowing that guy was going to buy those trucks.
Yeah, I wasn't going to get a shot.
And he bought one at 36 over MMR, and the other one he bought for almost 4,000 over MMR.
So I guess the bottom line, what you're trying to say is that don't worry about the gas prices and them being affected in your willingness to get a vehicle, because now's the time.
Well, I'm going to use a term we haven't used in a long time.
What is that?
Carpool.
Is that? Oh yeah. Yeah, well, there you go.
If you work with somebody, switch off riding each other to work, whatever, and cut back on your gas and buy a new car. And
yeah,
I'm just telling you that the pricing on big SUVs, pickup trucks,
through the roof,
American Muscle, they're discounting these things. I was over at Grapevine Ford, and they were taking $6,000 off a Dark Horse. You don't ever see discount. Why? People look at the gas mileage. I'm going, hang on a second here. You could buy a Dark Horse $6,000 off. And then when all this goes away, you're going to be sitting really nice on the Dark Horse. You take a 5.7 liter Hemi, and you're buying that thing for $12,000 off.
Yeah.
When this changes, you're going to be sitting pretty.
Yeah, you'll be paying back $12,000 more. Now's the time. And I think that people that know that kind of vehicle is that kind of pricing, I think that they are willing to. The gas is not horrible. It's not $5 a gallon. You know what I'm saying? We've seen that
depending
before.
on where you are, but here in Texas, no, we're at $3.75 is the average.
But we've seen prices up way higher than that before,
over $4
in our lifetime, mine for sure. So it's not really horrible. It's not really good, but it's going to come down, and it's just always that way. It's an ebb and flow with gas. In my life, I've always seen it. So take advantage.
Well, they say buy low, sell high,
right?
And right now you can buy a lot of vehicles. Now, there's some of them that aren't playing because, they don't build a lot of Cadillac Escalades. So people are going to pay a premium regardless. And, the Cadillac Escalade, $100,000 rigs, that's,
it's just going to be
3% of the market. Right. So they don't care.
Right.
They have, whatever money's
they're going to sell them.
Yeah, your Yukon Denali's, for $100,000. Nobody cares in that category. But the average, blue collar, let's go north of blue collar a little bit. We care because we are the powerhouse and the financial institution for the United States. All the middle class people who pays the most taxes, spends the most money on average. That there's a big concern. But I had a lot of people this week going, "Hey, Kurt, what if gas goes up?" And I said, the prices keep coming down. So one of them, I met him yesterday, and he bought the truck, and he got $13,900 off. And I said, just think about what you saved versus 6 months ago. You'd have paid $7,000 more for the vehicle.
All right.
Quick break. We got a big show coming up for you here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show. I'm Kurt Chase with You Know Who. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
And good morning, Ralph Paul. Got a lot of people tuned in. Thank y'all for jumping on board. Ronnie Swain says, good morning, gentlemen. I use that loosely, he says. He says, what's on tap for today? Well, we're
Bud Light,
figuring it out.
Miller Lite, Heineken.
Jim Wagner, good morning, gentlemen.
Good
Prayers
morning.
for a great day. Yes, thank you. Cheers back to you. And Sherry Morrison. Good morning, my very, 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 very long time, very special close friend. She had a chance to visit with Carol a couple hours yesterday, she told me, and they have a lot in common.
Yeah, they said one of Bo's friends bought some CBD.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, and Carol is Jewel, and so is Sherry. So they have a lot of good connections there.
You know, it's amazing. Over 400 people since we've been syndicated have gone to their website.
Oh, cool.
And started looking at it. And then I did a group chat yesterday. I don't know what y'all call them. I'm not in all the technical terms. What do they call it? Where you get a bunch of people together on a computer.
I think you got it right. Group chat.
Yeah. But there's a name for it. Zoom?
Well, that Zoom is
meeting or something.
Well, Zoom is when you do a video Zoom grouping. Was it like that? Where you saw people?
And so there were really some interesting questions. People go, how much did they pay you to talk about them? I said, Ralph didn't pay me a dime, not a penny. I talk about it because it's a great product and I use it. And so the one question that was very fascinating was the guy said, is there another Delta besides Delta 8 that they're pulling off the shelves? And I didn't know. So,
well, what's up with the Delta 8? Why?
Well, they're saying, it's too strong. Get it off the shelves. It's addicting. The kids are getting their hands on it. Hey, mom and dad, take control of your children. How about that?
Yeah, it's be a good place to start.
But it's not CBD that is the big thing. You know what the big thing is? They've gone back. Vaping has gone through the roof in sales.
Of course it has.
Tobacco and alcohol. Yeah. It's not CBD. And the most amount of people using CBD that you are sold at your CBD store, Keller.com, is for health purposes.
Yeah.
I talked to more veterans. I had my shirt on and I was at a barbecue joint. This guy, he walks right up to me. He goes, hey, you're that guy on the radio. I am. He goes, you know what? I'm a vet, and I would just tell you that CBD has changed my life. And all my buddies at the VA, we all talk about how stupid it is to take this off the marketplace.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, 100%. But you got to get everybody to write a petition and get it to Governor Abbott and stop this craziness. The problem is you always have the bad players. Like the place they raided on Harry Hines where they got millions of dollars worth of illegal vapes.
Lead to your email.
The place up in Allen, the warehouse they went through and found millions of dollars worth of bad China vapes.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Good morning, Carol Coomer.
You're up.
My new Rocket 88. Yes, it's straight, just one way. Everybody likes my Rocket 88.
There was a true car called Rocket 88.
Yes, there was. Remember?
Yep.
Maybe I was too young to remember, but at one point I knew there was.
No. Hey, thanks everybody for
one.
Do what?
Bo knows he had one of those. That's his first car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got it in my garage.
I want to thank everybody for joining us here on the Automotive Edge radio show. And hey, I want to clarify something. Now that we're syndicated, people call and say, what do you do? And I went, great question.
We're still wondering that too.
With your automotive needs. If you're buying a car, you're looking to sell your car, trade your car, parts, service, body shop, 38 years in this industry, and I step in and help you. No charge. And so I had a gentleman, I'm trying to reach him from Coconut Grove, Florida, and we just helped him with a $6,000 problem.
Wow, there you
We
go.
helped some people in Lafayette, Louisiana, your hometown.
Yeah, the boy, we're going to come over there and hit you right out there in Louisiana.
Dave.
What is he drinking?
Dave.
Oh, my word. Oh.
Is there a way to silence him where only people on social media can
Just
hear?
call me Boomhauer.
Good gosh. Anyway, they're calling from different states now going, hey, Kurt, what do you do? I said, we help you. In fact, the lady in Lafayette, Louisiana, I had her on speakerphone at the dealership, and we sliced her deal $5,000 right off the bat. And the guy goes, well, here, let me take another look at the car. And I said, your car is worth $31,000. And the guy goes, hey, we can do $30,500. I want to take the deal.
There you go.
And so we help you at no charge acquire an automobile, parts, service, body shop. We had a lady that sent me over her RO, which is we call a requisition order in a car dealership when they write up the order for the car. And I'm looking at that thing. I'm like, ma'am, you don't need that. You don't even have enough mileage on your car to do it. So her bill went from, get this, $2,600 to $340. And she goes,
That's a couple dollars.
and you know what? Even after I gave her my background, you know what she said? How do you know all this?
What did you have to repeat?
I love
that
you,
again?
listeners. I love you.
Did you say read the resume again?
You know,
we have a new
sometimes-
listener here. Amy Elizabeth says, "Good morning. I'm a new listener." How about that?
Hey,
morning.
good morning, Amy. Thanks for
Good
joining
morning,
us here
Amy.
on the Automotive Ed Radio Show. Be sure to always like and share, and then hey, go to the YouTube, the Automotive Ed YouTube, and become a subscriber. We need subscribers.
Yeah.
We need to get the message out that you have somebody here helping you. Because I got to tell you, I vented on Bo today. I went to 3 dealerships, and one of them to buy a vehicle, and the things that I was being told set me off.
So
I left that
yeah.
dealership. I'm not going to say where it was. It's not important. Beyond aggravated after I told the manager that I forgot more than he knows. And we just got into it. And it was crazy what he was saying. So I get what you, the consumer, are going through when it comes to buying a car.
But we can save you that headache if you do go to the automotiveedge.com and give your information to Kurt there and say, here's my number, give me a call, I got a few questions, and he'll walk you through from hello to congratulations, so you don't have to deal with that. And we try to tell you up front so that you don't get that Monday morning, he doesn't get that Monday morning call and want to know if you had a good deal. Make sure you get a good deal before you have that, and enjoy your vehicle for the time
You know what I
have.
kept saying to him? Are you really going to tell me that?
I don't get it, man.
And he goes, yeah. And I went, you really believe in your heart of hearts that I'm going to go along with what you're saying? And he goes, well, I hope you're going to buy. I went, no, that wasn't the question. Do you really believe that I'm going to roll with what you're telling me?
Did he
don't
ever
get
answer?
it.
Did he ever answer that question?
No. And so I walked out of the dealership and I went, I don't need a vehicle. I don't. I have a nice vehicle. I have a beautiful 2026 Camry HEV XSE
That he's had too long
getting
already.
46 miles to the gallon. I don't care.
Right.
And then I get on the phone with another dealer, and the first thing he says is, are you financing or paying cash?
Right.
And I went,
Right off the bat.
are you nuts? It doesn't matter whether you're financing or paying cash. It has nothing to do with the selling price of your car. Nothing.
Well, the next question would probably be, well, what can you do in your payments? And Kurt did a whole thing. It's on YouTube to never tell a dealer what you can pay, because you just wrapping yourself in a big problem. So there's some things on YouTube.
Well, you'll always get less for more.
Right. And here's a segment.
Unless it's a lease that's printed out,
Right.
you'll always get less for more.
So why would you lock yourself up like that? Because the dealer is going to get paid whatever that deal turns out to be, whether you pay cash or it's finance. So don't get locked up into that situation. And those are the kind of things you can find on YouTube that will help you out. So that's what we're here for, is to help you from A to Z and keep you from having those issues. And all you got to do is go to the automotiveedge.com and ask Kurt, and he'll be there to help you.
Yeah, I negotiate everything. It was really incredible. I wanted a ceiling fan hung in my house, and I talked to a company, and the guy goes, I said, can you tell me how much? No, I said, how long have you been in business? And he said, 32 years. I went, wow, that's impressive. Hey, how much? I'll have the space cleared out, the fan assembled for you to hang the fan. He goes, I have to take a look at it first. I said, it's a 12-foot ceiling.
You told him all the stuff, right?
And he goes, I said, you're not going to quote me over the phone? He said, no. I said, you don't even have a ballpark. He goes, no.
Oh, give me a break.
And I said, after 32 years, what was the least amount you charged to hang a fan? And what was the most
Oh
you
my
charged?
gosh,
And so he goes, what do you do for a living? This was great. I said, I'm in the car business. And he goes, so you understand what the price on the window? I said, great. That's what I wanted to hear. He goes, why? I said, because you know what we do with the price on the window?
we discount it.
We discount it. So give me your price, and then we're going to discount it, and then you're going to come out here and hang my ceiling fan. You know what he said?
He doesn't want to do
It
that.
doesn't work that way. I went, so how would I understand?
I don't know, man.
And so finally, I called a company, and the guy goes, normally, he goes, let me get you to Mariah.
Mariah Carey.
And that's what I said. I said, Mariah, I love your music. She goes, I wish so, or I wouldn't be talking to you right now. And I said, look, I've got a 72-inch fan.
Yeah.
I need hung on a 12-foot ceiling. How much? And she goes, I'll be right back. She goes, $240. Boom. When can you be here?
Yeah.
She said 8:30 in the morning. I went, done deal.
Good.
The company called me back and says, hey, we have a special for $169. I said, buddy, if you were to install it for free,
You wouldn't.
I
be
don't
here.
want you in my house.
She's got a
And
special.
so I tell people, there's only, obviously, they always say there's two things not negotiable, taxes and death. Well, taxes are negotiable, by the way. Death is not. And so what I do is I take away all that stuff. And I got to tell you what, I locked horns a couple times this week with a manager where he goes, well, let me ask you a question. How much can I make? I said, great question. I'll call you right back. I call the customer. I said, you're buying a $55,000 truck. It was 63. You're getting it for 55. Right. Now, let me ask you this. On that $55,000, what would be a fair profit for the dealer to make? And he goes, gosh, Kurt, I've never been asked that. Great. Now you're being asked. So we can simplify this. He said $2,000. They can make $2,000 on the deal.
Yeah, I was.
Call the dealer back.
Yeah.
And not everybody's going to say $2,000. I get it.
Right.
And I called him back and I said, hey, you can make $2,000 on the deal. He goes, let's wrap it up.
There you go.
And the guy
Wait a
got
minute.
there and put his car deal together. And that's what we do. But there's a question I'm going to ask you coming up, and I'm real curious about your answers. Phone lines are open, 800-281-TALK. That's 800-281-TALK. And I want to get your thoughts because it's something that's going on when you're out in the community spending money that drives me nuts. But I want to get your thoughts on it and what you think about using that when you're buying a car. Here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on the Word, 100.7 FM. We'll be right back.
So Amy's got a question. She says, I have a question. If I may ask, well, certainly, Amy, you can ask. If I decided to sell my car, what do you think I could get for it? I have a 2017 Ford Escape. It's in excellent condition with 9425. A brand new transmission was put in a week ago with 3-year unlimited miles warranty and a bumper-to-bumper warranty with Car Bravo until the car reaches 101.
Okay.
So there's the question.
So here's what you do, Amy. Go to my website, theautomotiveedge.com, and where it says contact Kurt, there's an appraisal form. Fill out that appraisal form. If there's any damage, list it. Little nicks and scratches don't matter. Lots of nicks and scratches do. And be sure to leave the 17-digit VIN, your vehicle identification number, mileage, the VIN, and condition on that appraisal form. And I will call you after the show and tell you, based on the information that you gave me, what you should expect on that car.
And yeah.
And we only had one person upset this week.
One?
One.
How did that happen?
Well, the way they described their car really wasn't
So that was the
the
problem.
way it looked.
Oh,
And so I drove to Fort Worth, and I pulled up, and they're standing by their car, and I went, oh. It was not a 4.
I didn't
It wasn't a 3. And so he goes, I said, hey, Kurt, Chase, wow, you drove out here. I said, I told you I'm on my way.
all right.
And we went around the car, and he goes, okay, so how much is it worth? And I went, buddy, this is not a 4. He goes, well, I just need to know what retail was and work from there. I'm like, you don't want to do that. That's where you spend more time trying to get a fair deal on the trade than you do on the vehicle. The vehicle is the easy part for most people. It's the trade-in where people get hung up. And so I said, buddy, this is an $18,000 car. He said, what was the deal? I said, this is a $13,000 car. I go, well, that's $1,000 better than what they said. I said, well, then we'll just bump them. And so the guy comes down, he goes, hey, I hear you're the – I said, time out. Don't go there. Don't go there. Here's my business card. I'll give them $13 for the car if you don't want to. And he goes, what do you mean?
That's funny.
Okay, Okay. No, come on, understand. And so the guy comes back and he goes, I'll give you 13 for the car. I went, there you go. That's a good deal.
Yeah, I finally got through that.
Just read your paperwork that they didn't bump anything or change anything, which they didn't, and called me up and said, hey, we're good. So
cool. Amy, I just posted up on our screen here, there's a little QR code that if you take a picture of that, you know how to do that on QR codes, and it'll take you right to the website in case you wanted to not have to, type it all in, theautomotiveedge.com. And anybody else out there that wants to get in contact with Kurt, it's the QR code right above Kurt's head, and it's right there. So just take a little picture of that, and it'll get you connected, Amy, real quick.
Yeah, we'll get your number on that, and then I'll shoot it over to two of my buddies that
they'll buy it from you. He's got dealers that'll buy it from you, too.
Yeah, we got people that'll just write you a check, come pick it up. Real simple process, just as long as it's what you said it is. And we do, in fact, one of my neighbors was moving. We sold his 77 Corvette. He was, Matt was really happy with the price. I had a friend with a 2016 Hyundai.
Driving is drunk driving.
Bought it and drove off.
By NHTSA and
and I just got rid of two F-350s that were on a ranch. He showed up and bought both of them. So we'll get you hooked up.
And his phone number's on there, too, if you have some troubles with any of that stuff.
Thanks so much for joining us here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on the Word 100.7 FM. Be sure to share this with your friend. Remember, there's never a dime changes hand between me and you. Handshake, hug, or a prayer. But, guys, we're so far behind right now raising money for this basketball team. I love you. I appreciate you tuning in. If you got a few extra bucks, go to theautomotiveedge.com and donate some money. We got there's $7,000 that came in. We're at 15, and then I think we're a little over $1,000 on there. So now we're down to like $8,000 is what we need to help these kids. And every dollar matters. We have a GoFundMe set up, and we got all the basketball. They had 4 basketballs and 77 players, and they had to be inflated each day. They had no place to store them, no practice equipment, no nothing. All that's been taken care of. And now we're down about $8,000 for away and current uniforms, their travel warm-ups, their bags where they can bring in their lunch and food and whatever that they can pack in there, extra shoes when they're on the road going to different places to play. Because I'm going to tell you what, these kids get out of school, they don't even have their proteins and their snacks going in the game like a lot of places do. So if it's laid on your heart, go to theautomotiveedge.com and make a donation, $20, $50, $100, whatever you can do. And let's get those numbers up where I can get with Coach Smith and go, hey, I've got one dealer that said whatever donations come in today, he would match. So that'd be great if we could raise maybe $1,000 today, and he'll throw in $1,000. I mean, whatever we can do. We've been praying about this to take care of this because I spent time with these boys. We brought them lunch. My son and I, we hung out with them, prayed for them, let them know that it's always important to put God first in your life, and all things will come to fruition at his time, not ours, but it will come to fruition. When they say 2 or more are gathered, God hears these prayers. And so anyway, that's what we're praying for is a good run today with some donations. Go to theautomotiveedge.com. You'll see the basketball icon there and click on it. Let's go to the phone lines. We have my buddy Ralph Paul online. How are you, Ralph?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. Ralph Paul, the owner of Your CBD Store, Keller.com. And I called you yesterday. And do you have the information? I know there's the big uproar about Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta whatever. How does that actually work? And is there another Delta for the consumers, or where are we at on this?
Well, the only thing they eliminated was like the Delta 8. But the other Delta 9 is still available, which, you know, is so comical. Okay, they're specific. They're eliminating one specific thing. The other different cannabinoids and so forth are synthetic. So the Delta 10 or 11 or whatever, these other deltas, they're all synthetic cannabinoids. So that's what they're trying to really eliminate. So the only thing we just can't sell anymore is the Delta 8. All of our products are in compliance with all the laws. You know, we have a QR code on every product that has all the lab reports. I've even had people who are drug tested take the lab reports to HR and said, hey, here's what we're ingesting, and they've approved it. So, you know, again, we're about health and wellness, and, you know, we just want to help people. And I'll tell you what, Bo, my wife had a great conversation, maybe 2 hours long with Sherry.
Yeah, she told me.
What a wonderful person.
Yeah, y'all have a lot in common.
What a great conversation.
Yeah, y'all have a lot in common too. I understand. Yeah, that's fantastic. And she was real thankful for that, and I'm glad it all worked out. She's very, very happy.
Yeah, it was a great conversation. So,
super.
Anyway, she had nothing but good things to say about you, Bo.
Well, I had to pay her.
Checks in the mail.
Yeah, it took me. I had to really reach deep for that one.
So while we have Ralph Paul on, go to your CBD store, Keller.com. Look at all the products. I'm getting more phone calls. In fact, we did the round table yesterday. There was over 400 people click on it going, we're just not sure. I need to get with my employer. I need to talk to my husband. Great. Do all your due diligence. But Ralph and Carol, when they bought this operation, they didn't buy it to have people walking around like zombies. They bought it to help people with their health, Ralph.
Absolutely. And that was the beginning of our journey. We had stem cell surgery and on our knees about 8 years ago. And the surgeon was like, you can't do Advil or Aleve because it'll kill your kidneys and it'll kill your stem cells, but you can do all the CBD you want. We had no idea what CBD was. And the gentleman who owns the company is like my stepson. And we called him. He sent us a product that wasn't very effective. That's when he hired a chemist and a doctor to formulate really quality products. And then it was a night and day difference for us. So that was the beginning of our journey on CBD. And we just want to share that with people. And, you know, we have so many different products that'll help people. Today is Customer Appreciation Day. And, you know, we have these little scratch off cards. So if you came into the store, one of them says, you know, buy one, get one 50% off. We have one that has free CBD for a year. So we just, you know, we want to give back. And that's really what our heart is all about, giving back and helping people, just like you're trying to help the basketball kids.
Yep. It's not about the high. It's about the health. Go to your CBD store, Keller.com. That's your CBD store, Keller.com. They ship for free. And it's always good to have a conversation to talk with Ralph and Carol and Chrissy and Hannah and Jeremy and go, hey, tell me about the product. But here again, what Ralph said that's so important is there's a QR code on it. And you can look at that and see what you're ingesting or putting on your body. The place, your CBD store, Keller.com, the only CBD product endorsed by the Automotive Ed Radio Show. My family, my friends, our pets, my sister who adopts, I don't know what they call them, where you hold on the dogs so someone gets them.
Oh, I guess like just an adoption place.
Yeah, but there's a name for it. Anyway, and she takes care of these dogs, and she's on a direct ship with your CBD store, Keller.com, fostering. She's
fostering.
A foster.
There you go.
And she takes care of it. Yeah. So the place, your CBD store, Keller.com. Ralph, have a big day. We'll swing by and give you a holler today.
You got it. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
You too,
all right, buddy. That's your CBD store, Keller.com. So I've got a question, and I guess I'm going to wait till the next segment because it's an important question. I'm really, really curious that
you're not even going to ask the question so they can be thinking about it when we come back.
Okay, here's the deal. Great idea. One thing that drives me nuts is when I'm at a restaurant and they hand you the kiosk for the tip, and they hand it to you, and I love the way they go.
turn their backs so
And
they
you know
don't
what?
see what they're tipping.
The lady held it, and I said, "Well, it says here 18, 20, and 22%.
Right.
What do you think I should give you?"
Oh, that's a good question.
And she goes, "I guess whatever you want."
Well, why don't we talk about that when we come back? Well, we got a little time here.
I said, "Do you feel like you did a good job?" She goes, "Well, I hope so." And I went, everything changed when it came to a tip. Let me tell you, when I was bartending, I'm going to take your money. I mean, I played more bar games for money. I remember one guy told me I couldn't eat 3 pretzels in a minute for $100. That $100 won the tip jar. I always tell people, "Hey, did you get good service? Yeah, then show me." And so finally, the girl did a phenomenal job. And I said, "Well, if you don't give me an answer, I'm going to go with the lowest one." She goes, "Well, okay."
Oh my God.
And everything changed when it came to a tip.
Wow.
I didn't get it. So my question is for you. You're buying a car and they hand you a kiosk. What kind of tip do you leave on a $30,000 car? What kind of tip do you leave on a $30,000 car when they hand you the kiosk?
You mean you're talking about what they should be making off the car? Like you
No,
would.
what is the tip?
Oh, okay, tip.
Here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show on the Word 100.7 FM.
That's funny. Well, there you go.
Yeah, instead of commissions, you're going to tip them.
That's interesting.
What would you tip them?
Wow. Now this is on top of this whatever they make off the car, right? Just a tip to the
car
sales.
deal's done.
Yeah, okay. Doesn't matter what they made on it or not.
And they say, "We work on tips."
So I've never seen that before in a car dealership. So this would be something new for sure.
What would you tip them?
Okay. I don't know. Maybe $100 if it's just going to the salesperson.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Tightwad.
Tightwad.
What?
He probably made about $500 off the sale anyway. So I figured, maybe not that much, but a few bucks. I don't know. I've never even thought about a tip. And I'm sure other people are not going to know either.
Yeah. Would
That's
you
a good
rather
question,
give
though.
them a tip
Or make the commission?
or make the commission?
Okay, well that's different then.
And the tip went in the car deal.
Right.
It's not like you're handing them actual cash, but what would you tip them if there was a line on the buyer's order and it said tip?
But the salesperson getting it like
Yeah.
the waiter would get it.
They're getting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's interesting. Well, we'll see what some of the people have to say. Yeah, what do y'all have to say? I want to hear what you got to say.
Okay, I'm gonna write my number down.
Writing his number down.
It's on a $30,000 car.
Good morning, Thomas Frugier. Hope you're doing good, brother. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. I want to hear everybody's number. I want you to post it when we get back. You're buying a $30,000 car and they hand you the kiosk and there's a selling price, everything on it, trade-in value, tip.
And
What do you put in there?
Good morning, Will Sakala. Thanks for tuning in this morning.
Hey, Will, I saw you called last night. We were at the Texas Grapevine, whatever. It was a live Western
event
murder mystery dinner.
Wow, that's cool.
And
did you dress up Western?
I picked them. So there was a sheriff and then 4 people that could have been involved in the murder.
All right.
And they're walking through the crowd. There's no stage.
I gotcha.
And
they're doing the whole thing like that?
Yeah, we had a dinner. They had shrimp. I had chicken. And then they brought you out a dessert at intermission. And then at the end, there was probably 30 tables. And you had a ballot. And you had to give your table a name. And then you chose who killed the tycoon.
And you got it?
I got it. Now,
what did you get for getting it?
Well, that was the kicker. Because there was 8 other tables that picked the right one too. So they drew a name and some people from Ennis
got
won.
the prize.
Yep.
You're up.
Well, I saved my pennies and I saved my dimes. Giddy up, 409. For I knew there would be a time.
Giddy up, y'all.
800-281-TALK is the number. 800-281-TALK. This segment is brought to you by the great folks at Freeman Toyota. Now, I want to clarify something. Dane Miner, general manager, does not charge for this. Get more, pay nothing with a 7-year, 100,000-mile service agreement. No charge. Zero zilch. And people said, oh, it's in the price of the vehicle. It's not. Dane Miner knows, and I've known Dane for 40 years. My brother started with him in Irving, and now he's a general manager of Freeman Toyota and Freeman Honda, is that if we're servicing your car and you're bringing it here and it doesn't cost you anything, then he has a great opportunity to trade with you, and he knows everything about that car. Smart business. Get more, pay nothing. Right now, $433 a month on a 2026 Tundra crew cab on a lease. No money out of pocket. $288 on a Tacoma double cab. $257 from $299 on a Camry. Only at Freeman Toyota. And right now, and here it is, a 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract. And with Toyota, you get 2 years Toyota care. He's adding another year. He's adding another oil change and tire rotation. And then on top of that, a 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract.
Yeah.
How do you like me now? There's not a better place to buy your Toyota or lease your Toyota. And now they have service loaners. You want to save big money? They pull these cars out of service, they write them down, and you save money. And these cars that are going through service. So Bo's in a service loaner, he brings it back, they run it through service, they clean it up, they gas it up, and get it ready for the next person. And they're monitoring that car. Save big, get more, pay nothing, only at Freeman Toyota. Meet Dane Miner, BJ Stankovic, General Sales Manager, Jerry Patterson, new car director. That's the place. And I bought 6 vehicles there. FreemanToyota.com. That's FreemanToyota.com.
And Ralph Paul says, I had a great experience with Freeman Toyota.
All right. So I want to see you post it. You're buying a car, and the salesman says, we are a different dealership. We don't do commissions. And you have a kiosk in front of you, and you're going through to sign everything. And it says the selling price, the trade-in price, tax, title, and license, salesperson's tip. What do you put in that blank? You just bought a $30,000 rig. Your salesman was great. You got what you wanted for the trade. You got what you wanted for the selling price of the car. What's the tip that you leave that salesperson?
Look both ways before you cross the street.
Now, it goes into the financing, or you can just pay them direct. You can sell the money or whatever you do and just send it right to him.
You know, I heard somebody say one time, this is some financial guru saying that what he does is he pays the tip up front and to assure them that he's going to get good service. Like you give them.
Several buddies do that.
And do they think it really works?
They do. They'll walk right down and sit down and
pull out a nice little chunk of
they'll
tip.
pull out a $20 bill and go, here, we're going to get started here. I'd like a nice meal and good service. And it's amazing because you know what they're thinking.
Yeah, maybe another little one at the end.
Another 20
and do they do that sometimes at the end too?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've never done that before, and I'm going like, I would think that would work.
Yeah.
Because
he said he doesn't do it at the nice restaurant, but if he's at a Chili's.
Yeah, just something like that.
He sits down and says, you know what's important to me? We're going to get it started here. Good service. Put that in your pocket.
Would you do that to a salesperson in a car dealership?
If I knew, okay, here's my number. I'm buying a $30,000 car. I got the right selling price. They're right on the trade.
Right.
He knew his product. He listened to what I was telling him, selected the right car.
Can I say what 500? There it is. That's Kurt Chase.
$500.
That's what he did.
I'm giving him $500.
Yeah.
And not because I'm a wealthy man. It's just that I understand what it takes to sell a car.
Well, and you also know what salespeople go through.
Right.
The hours they work, the times that they put into people that they don't buy. You know, I mean, all that's taken into consideration, and that's why a good tip should be in
Now,
order.
everybody's watching this, and not one of you put in an amount of money.
They
Now,
probably won't tip.
what are we doing
Maybe
here?
that's why they're saying not doing it. They won't
I'm just
tip.
going to quit talking. Y'all are just going to stare at me for the
Yeah.
next
Hey,
3
call
hours.
in. Somebody call in and tell us what you would do as a tip and why.
800-281-TALK's the number. That's 800-281-TALK.
82255.
What would you tip if there was no commission on a $30,000
Well, I
car?
said $100 a while ago because I thought the commission was be involved in that. But without that, I'd probably do maybe 300.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean,
300 bucks on a car, not bad.
I would think not.
If he knew his product and he was paying attention and listening, and the numbers were good, 500 bucks. I'm a player. I have no issue with that. 800-281-TALK is the number. That's 800-281-TALK. We've got a lot of stuff to cover today. The phone calls were coming in all over the United States this week. I was very humbled by how many people said, hey, help me. Florida, Louisiana, Arkansas, San Antonio. I got 2 calls from San Antonio this week going, hey, we caught the back end with the last hour of your show. There's some radio stations that are only playing an hour of the show around the United States, and they're calling me going, hey, help me out here. What exactly do you do? Are you a broker? I am not a broker. I'm a guy with 38 years of dealership experience and automotive experience, making sure you're getting a fair deal. Fair deal. And what's a fair deal? Well, we'll discuss that. You know, one guy, the dealer was making 175 bucks, and he goes, is that it? I went, buddy, yeah, I'm done. In fact, I had a gentleman that I actually had to tell I couldn't help him anymore.
Oh, that happens. Well, but
we worked and we worked and we worked and we worked, and finally he goes, you know what I'm going to do? And I said, well, here, let me tell you what I'm going to do.
you're out.
We have to break this connection. I hope you continue to tune in the show and tell people I'm there to help them, but we're done.
Well, I think
We are done.
One of the problems that we face, and I know you face, and we've heard people talk about it, is they have a very fictitious amount that they think these dealers make on some of these vehicles. And we've talked about this, and we talked about one vehicle that was like a $90,000 vehicle, and they weren't making anything off of it. I mean, they remember?
Yep.
And then there's some that have a little wider spread and some that don't. So you have to understand it's back in the day when they could kind of just do what they want. A lot of things are tied in tight. And Kurt's going to take you to that edge for both to be a win-win. They're a nonprofit organization, and Kurt's going to do what he can for you. And if he's pulling the plug, you're at the end.
Well, here's the thing that I used to tell people, and some would get mad at me. I went, when you go to work, and let's say you're making 18 bucks an hour, and I come in one day and I said, hey, Bo, you know what? You're at 14 an hour today.
Yeah.
Why? Just the way it is.
It's today we feel like it.
Yeah, we're just doing 14. What do you do? So when you're negotiating your car deal, which I'm not saying don't negotiate, you're also negotiating that person's commission. What's fair to that salesperson? You know, Tom Hammond posted we'd get $100 commission per vehicle if the dealership sold the car at cost, didn't make any money. It was called a flat.
Right, exactly.
And so
And
when
there's a
I
lot of
started,
that.
there were 50, then
Right.
75, then 100 flat. And it was all based on obviously what the dealership made in profit. So appreciate you, Tom. So anyway, I remember the first guy said, well, hey, let's negotiate your pay on Monday. I'm going to call your boss. We had the best time. We were joking and laughing. He goes, I'll tell you what, here's how much money you can make on the vehicle. Done. And that person stayed with me for 20 years in the auto industry. As I moved up into management, he would just call me up and go, hey, I was at, I'll never forget, I was at John Eagle Honda, and he called me up and goes, hey, Kurt, what's going on? Hey, buddy, what are you doing? He goes, hey, I need a Honda Accord Coupe V6 for my wife. What do you got? And I said, invoices, whatever. He goes, all right, put $750 on it. Let's do business. Done. And they were going, how do you do that? And I went, it's about relationship.
Right.
And $750 on a $20,000 car profit, I took the deal.
Right.
I usually made more, but you know what? I did a deal. He brought it in for service. I made warranty money. that he didn't have to pay if there's any warranty work on the car. He got his oil change. It was about relationships. And so what do you pay for a good relationship? I guess everybody has a different number.
Well, and that's another thing that that you have a really good idea of the profit margins of these vehicles. And that way you can now kind of get involved with that person that you're trying to help, that, hey, we're kind of in this ballpark here. So just, understand that, because there is some differences between certain cars, what the ranges are. And I'm sure you know that, and can help them understand that, hey, this is really where you could probably get something done, and it'd be a good deal for you, good deal for the dealership. Everybody wins. You're happy, no problems, and bada bing, bada bang.
Do you know right now I have found 19 2026, 2027 models that have less than $500 markup in them?
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Less than $500 markup in them.
Yeah.
And so
I know it's hard for people to understand that.
Yeah.
But it's fact.
The new Kia Seltos, it's got almost no markup in it. There's some cars out there that, you're right. People have a hard time believing it, but you know what? We're going to give you the facts and the truth here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on the Word 100.7 FM. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Can you check this, see if you got it on the website? She said she thinks she got everything to you on your website. Carfax, pictures, VIN number, mileage, and all that. We're checking, Amy. See if you got it.
Whoops.
The website. Thanks, everybody, for being a part of our broadcast this morning here on 100.7 FM The Word, and here on our social media live streams. We're on Facebook at the Automotive Edge Radio Show Facebook page. We're on Shifting Gears, the sister Facebook page. We're on our personal pages. I know you're on your personal pages. And like and share so folk out there can know what we're trying to do for them, and help them with any and all their automobile needs, whether they're buying, selling, or leasing, or they need parts or servers or body work or tires or whatever else out there they need. That's what we're here for. And there's no cost to you to get that information and that data. And Kurt will work with you from hello to congratulations. And you can feel very, very comfortable that he's going to work hard for you, like an attorney would work for you to get what you need out of your deal.
Yep.
But he's not going to charge you like an attorney will. It's all to be a help for you. That's what we're doing right here. And be sure and go to YouTube. That's YouTube, the Automotive Edge Radio Show YouTube channel, and subscribe and share that, and let people know that we're there to get out there, because YouTube and Google is combined. They're together. So if people go Google something about a vehicle, the higher rating that we get, the better people will get the right answer. And it'll pop up quicker on Google to go to that YouTube site. So the more we can get your help, the better it will be. And we appreciate that.
Well, I'm trying to...
you don't know if you got it or not?
We have... wow, I don't know why my phone is moving so slowly.
Slow. I got to plug it in this phone.
Yep. Let's see here.
What do I do with that?
Well, I wish I could find
whether you got it or not.
Yeah, well,
Amy, if he doesn't get it, there's a phone number you can call.
Hang on, I'll find it.
He's going to find it. Says he's going to find it.
I am a technical guru.
Yeah. Google.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guru. Mr. Guru. The technical guru.
Yeah. Golly, I just had it. What's the deal here? Well,
not sure.
I don't know why my stuff is not coming up.
Well, I'm just going to tell her. Look,
No. Don't
all right.
tell her anything.
Don't tell her. I'm not telling you nothing, Amy. Just hang on. He's trying.
Yeah,
to
don't
find.
listen to him, Amy.
You better listen to me.
I know I have
Yeah.
it because I've gotten 2 dings.
2 ding-a-lings. We're trying to help you, Amy. Just hang in there.
Let's see here. Let's see if it went to my. There it is. Got it.
He says he's got it.
Got it. It went to my spam. That's kind of weird. I mean, that was quick. It went right to spam.
But she went to the website. Why would it go to spam on the website?
I don't know. I pull them out of there all the time. So
Even when they go to the website and do that?
it's kind of a rhetorical question.
Well,
but
I'm trying
you're
to.
trying to. You asked the same question.
I know,
twice.
but I'm trying to really understand why it does that. I can understand going to email.
Call what's his name?
AI,
No,
Mr. AI.
Call somebody that owns the deal. I don't know why.
But you do have it.
This week I had 11 spams
She's
that
laughing.
were people that contacted.
She's laughing at you, Amy. I don't blame you. I'd laugh at him too. But he will help you. Get you in that deal, get you out of that car, and get a good figure for you, and you don't have to worry about it. They'll take care of you and write you a check for that car. He'll get it all fixed up for you. Help you out.
Yep. Golly, I can't even find that one from. This is what I hate about technology. You know, they said things are easy to find. Get this and get that.
I know.
That's just not true.
We've had a lot of problems this morning with a lot of stuff too.
It's
getting
just
going.
like I'm sitting here trying to find. There's another one in spam.
Wow, that's nuts.
Anyway,
Well, he said he got it, so he'll take a look at it.
yeah, we're good.
Get you dialed up.
Everybody be sure to share and like. And if you have a couple extra bucks, go to theautomotiveedge.com, make a little donation at the GoFundMe for the DeSoto basketball team. And we've almost cut that amount in half. There was a very large amount of money that came in, $7,000 for the basketball team, which took it down to $9. I think we got a little over $1,000. Now we're down to $8. And we could use some love there for the boys. And I've got a dealer that's going to match what we get today. So remember that. Every dollar counts. And I'm going to have to throw some more in the kitty. I got to talk to my wife first. I get going on this stuff. And my CPA tells me I got to pay taxes on donations.
What?
Yeah, you can only take so much money at your company.
See,
buddy.
and y'all got mad at me about talking about taxes a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, why do you want to remind us?
Yeah, well, just the reminders to try to get rid of people that keep
It's
doing
like
that.
I saw your ex-wife yesterday. Oh, great. I mean, who wants to talk about that?
She loves me too.
Yepper.
And thank you, Dorothy. She says she always shares. We appreciate that. I always like when that happens. Trying to help.
I cannot believe I can't find half this stuff. It's just nuts.
Yeah.
Yep, I got it. And just as soon as I get off air, Amy, I will book that out, and then I'll have a friend of mine book it out.
We'll begin in 5, 4,
3.
Ronnie
2.
Swain says she's laughing at you.
I know.
You're up.
Well, you know what it is? Dave is so not on his game today. What time is it, Dave?
So we don't want all
Time for the
that.
Kurt Chase.
Top 10 and 10 today brought to you by Burleson Nissan. My buddy Justin Crane right there at 35 and Renfro Road in Burleson. He has got brand new 2026 Nissan Sentras under $23,000. Brand new. I was appraising used cars, and used cars are through the roof. Why do that when you get brand new with a better rate and you get to break it in? You know everything about the car. So it was the Nissan Sentra and Nissan Kicks, under 23,000 on the Sentra, under 25 on the Nissan Kicks, and he's got everything on sale from the Frontiers to the Armadas, the Rogue. And for people that are looking for a luxury SUV, look at that new Nissan Murano. It's nice. It's real nice. Then you have the Pathfinder. So many to choose from, but it comes down to who, and it's the Burleson Cowboy, Justin Crane, managing partner, Burleson Nissan. Go to burlesonnissan.com. That's burlesonnissan.com. So today's top 10 are the 10 biggest fears in America.
Ooh,
Top 10 fears in America.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I know you got a couple.
Yep.
I know I got a couple.
And here's one: bad drinking water. A big fear in the United States that people think there's all this new testing coming out, especially up north for some reason, that the drinking water is horrible, horrible, horrible. And filters are on the rise, booming. I don't get why people have water delivered versus having a filter, but so be it. Number 2, public speaking.
I see how people have
Huge
that.
fear.
Yeah, that's been a fear for a lot of people
Yep.
for a lot of years.
That was right up there at the top of the list.
Yeah.
Number 3, heights.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have that. I have that too.
I do. I can actually be uncomfortable somewhere watching a show where
Yeah, where they're
or
up
at a
high,
movie and
jumping out of a plane.
yeah,
and,
that
you know,
the last one Tom Cruise made, the Mission Impossible,
Right.
that one got my attention.
I was the same way.
Number 4, mass shootings
I don't have a
has
fear of
become a
that.
huge
Well, I can see
concern.
maybe, but I don't fear that.
Number 5, spiders. You afraid of spiders?
No.
What did they call? What was that movie with John Gooden? Arachnophobia.
Arachnophobia.
Outstanding movie.
Uh,
Number 6, finances. People have fears that they will not be able to retire, and the consensus said they think they have to work to 75 years old. Pretty scary.
well, I could see that be a little fearful.
Number 7, pollution. Doesn't bother you?
Not on my list.
Well, you're old, so you don't have much like that.
I've lived in a lot of areas that are polluted. I was born and raised in Beaumont, Texas. There's not much more pollution than that.
Number 8, and I didn't get this, but it was a massive number, cyber attacks. Top 10
Well,
fears in America, cyber attacks.
on their own personal computer or their own space, or like countrywide.
Yeah, just where it shuts down and creates an
I
inconvenience.
got you.
Number 9, this is no big surprise, AI. There's more people scared to death of AI coming than the people that think that AI is going to be beneficial.
Well, I'm one of them.
And yesterday, I had this deal sent to me from American Express telling me about my account. I mean, it was looked as legit as could be. I called American Express, and they said, "You've been spoofed.
Wow.
We don't do that." And so I sent it to them, and their agency or whoever called me back and said, "You have been spoofed, and we're moving on. Or we have an idea who's doing this." And I went, "Wow,
Crazy.
you don't know who's there." Number 10. This was the number one concern across the board. Wasn't even close of the top 10 biggest fears in America.
Claustrophobic.
Nope, claustrophobic was number 11.
Okay. Well, I think that surprises me because I know a lot of people are real claustrophobic. I know you're one of them, and I'm borderline that.
Nah, I'm claustrophobic. Whenever we go to a concert, we book something, I got to have the aisle seat. I got to get out. Government tracking your personal life.
Well, they're probably doing it anyway, whether you like it or not, or whether you fear of it. But I don't really have that kind of fear. I'm more claustrophobic than I am about that. But maybe should be claustrophobic about that.
Yeah, they sent out, there was 30 on the list, and that was the top 10 that came back.
Wow.
Public speaking, heights, mass shootings, spiders, finances, pollution, cyber attacks, drinking water, AI and government tracking your personal life. The top 10 at 10. And I will tell you what was weird. We went to the Texas whatever dinner last night, and I was on my calendar, and I don't even use my calendar. And it popped up, and I looked at it, and I'm sitting there. We're waiting on my pastor and his wife to show up. It was his birthday, and it popped up on my phone. I looked at Melinda. I didn't schedule it. I didn't put it in my phone, and it said reservation at the restaurant. And then I thought about my top 10, and I went,
That's part of it.
and so we were looking at getting my son a new car, and my wife and I are talking about insurance, and all of a sudden she started getting all these text messages.
That's happened. That happens.
I'm going,
That's happening.
How scary that your provider is listening in on you. That's the only way. I don't know any other way around it, that we're talking, our phones are on, and we start getting messages and phone calls.
That's AI working for you. That's where it's. That's
What's your top
happening.
fear? 800-281-TALK, 800-281-TALK, or just post it. We're live. Bo, tell them how they can view the show.
My top fear is doing the radio show every Saturday morning.
Yeah, my top fear is looking at
me being here. You can reach us, of course, 100.7 FM, The Word, from 9 to noon every Saturday morning here, FM station, a part of the Salem Media Group. We're syndicated on a few stations out there, so you can find us search it. Then on our live stream here on Facebook, the Automotive Edge Radio Show Facebook page, Shifting Gears, the sister Facebook page. Then on YouTube, go to youtube.com, do that / at the Automotive Edge, or would go to YouTube and search the Automotive Edge Radio Show and subscribe to the channel there and know what's going on each and every week, as we post a lot of different things for you to be knowledgeable and understand what's going on in the automobile business. No charge to you for any help that's done from the Automotive Edge Radio Show.
Well, thanks, Thomas, for plugging the show. What is your biggest fear? Post it here on the site that you're on right now. What is your biggest fear in 2026, or maybe your whole life? For me, the worst is heights.
It's mine too.
Yeah.
I'm a little claustrophobic. The heights is the big deal. I can go up when people are up high and they're leaning over the edge, looking down with just a rail in front of them. I mean, I'm up against the wall.
Well, I can tell you, I don't know if Will Sakala is tuned in right now, but you want to fly with him one time.
He's already.
It's the funniest thing you have ever seen in your life.
And he flies quite a bit too.
He does. He goes back and watches that, whatever that team is up in Pittsburgh. I don't remember what they're called.
Yeah.
But anyway, that man grabbed that seat like the world was coming to an end every time there was a bump. It was horrible. And the people that were sitting in front of him, I'm like, surely they're going to reach back and smack him and go, hey, buddy, quit grabbing my stinking seat. But I mean, he was white-knuckling the seat.
Crazy.
I was like, buddy, why do you fly? It was, and then when we were told we were getting rerouted because of the weather, he looked at me like God's coming.
It's the end of the world.
It's it. We're over the deal. So my biggest fear,
1 minute.
heights. Other than that, I'm good to go. Got a need for speed, but not a need for heights. 800-281-TALK. That's 800-281-TALK. We get back. What's in the news that might help you here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on the Word, 100.7 FM.
Still got about 5 seconds here.
Okay. And I'm so happy my hand's starting to heal. Look what I did. I
What
smashed
happened? You
that.
smashed it?
It got caught in the drain over the mayor's house. Trying to pry it out. And then yesterday I'm in the shed and the door just slammed on it. I thought it broke it. I'm like, my hand hurts so bad right now. I've been icing it and icing it.
CBD it.
I did. I put the cream all up in here around where it busted it open. Man, my hand was bleeding. I pulled it out of that drain. I was like,
What were you have your hand in the drain for?
Well, here's how goofy my neighbor is. 85 years old, can speak 4 or 5 languages, wrote software, designs and replaces parts for airplanes. He decided to take some old lumber and build a ladder.
Oh, are you kidding me?
And he was going to take this ladder and put it up to figure out why the drain was running over. So he calls me up. He goes, "Hey, can you come over?" I go walking over. He goes, "Hey, I need you to help me with this ladder." I'm looking at it, all 2x4s. And I went, "What are we doing here?" He goes, "Carry it around." I carried it around front. He goes, "Lean it up here." Now it's at an angle and the bottom boards aren't even cut to be flush. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm going to climb up there and clean the drain out." I went, you're really not that dumb. One of the smartest guys. I mean, you talk with him, there's nothing the guy doesn't know. So I take and throw it in the front yard and go and get my ladder, climb up the ladder, and I see that the screen that keeps everything, the debris out,
Right.
is bent in. I put my hand in there to bend it.
Oh boy.
My hand gets stuck. I'm screaming for a screwdriver, and he can't even throw it up high enough
So
for me to catch
basically, we could title this "Dumb and Dumber."
it. Oh, yeah. But I bled for my neighbor, so he didn't get on the ladder and kill himself, or maim himself, or go to the hospital.
But you maimed yourself doing it, so
Yes, we did. So thanks everybody for joining us here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show, the show that helps you with all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop. We have you covered. Remember, go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on Contact Kurt, send me your name and number, and I will call you right after the show. Right when we get done, I throw Bo out of the studio. I go into my office, and I just start calling everybody and making sure that you're taken care of when it comes to your automotive needs. So go to theautomotiveedge.com. There's 2 things to do on there. One is sign up for the newsletter, and the other one is go to the GoFundMe for that basketball team and leave a little do-re-mi there for me. So there you go.
well, I never understand why people wait and call you on a Monday and go like, "Did I get a good deal?" I mean, there's no reason for that,
Buddy, I have so many people that are calling me on Monday, just live it. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I was lucky, though, because the one gentleman that really got it, just his head ripped off in Coconut Grove, Florida, called me, and we had him turn the car around and go back. And so,
wow.
There we go. Everybody up and down. Everybody up. Shake it up. It's Saturday morning.
Shake it up.
Just a little groove. Just your shoulders and hands. You don't even have to stand up. If you want to stand up, get that blood going. 800-281-TALK is the number. That's 800-281-TALK. Hey, on my YouTube page, I'm posting my interview. Great guy. His name is Kip Gilmore. When you see the video, the guy looks like he's 18 years old, but he's actually the general manager there at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. If you watch that video, you're going to hear Kip's heart for helping people. He's right there at 30 in Las Vegas Trail in Fort Worth, and they have tier leasing from 1 to 4.
And what does that mean?
So tier leasing, a level 1 is the best. And then on leases, you don't have interest. You have what they call, you have your money factor, which is what you're paying. It's really another fancy word for interest on a lease. But they have different levels to put you at. And the worst is 9%. It's not 18. And I really wish that the manufacturers would say, okay, if you're approved on a purchase, you're approved on a lease, but it doesn't work that way. But at Hiley Mazda Fort Worth, if you watch the video on YouTube, go to the Automotive Edge YouTube page, subscribe and watch the video. I'm telling you, he told me that a few weeks ago, they got somebody done with a 400 and another one with a 500 beacon score. I'm telling you what, this guy is all about helping people out. And when you see how bad things happen to good people, And that's your mindset going into the deal. And here's the thing. I told him, you're one of the few general managers. Every time I come to the dealership, you're on the desk working deals. He goes, I want to hear and see everything. He could sit back in his office and draw a paycheck and just kind of look at the computer. But, man, he is on the showroom floor helping you, the consumer. And when you take a look at the specials that they have going right now, no payments for 90 days, 0 APR on select models, $1,500 customer cash on select models. And then they have leasing programs with $299 down, $249, no money down. They've got tax credits. They've got so many ways for you to acquire a new Mazda. One of the cool things is, Mom and Dad, is if you got a good kid that takes care of their car and they're responsible, go over to Hiley Mazda Fort Worth and lease them a car. Put their name on it. They're off to college in a brand new car. You don't have to worry about warranty, nothing, except for them putting gas in it. And then when they come home, you take it over to Hiley Mazda and let them do the service on it. If not, there's Mazda stores probably around every university around. The place, Hiley Mazda Fort Worth. See my buddy Kip Gilmore, general manager. He'll come out and talk with you. He'll get you with the sales rep and oversee your the general manager. Big difference. HileyMazdaFortWorth.com. All right. In the news, we always talk each week. Prices are going up. Pretty impressive how many people are still spending money. Average new vehicle sold so far this month, 52,133 buckaroos.
Wow.
That would just tell you. And in Texas, a lot of that is pickup trucks. We're the capital of the world selling pickup trucks. The average pickup truck that was sold here in the great state of Texas, $60,000. I remember when I was selling trucks, there was no price on it. Kind of tells you how old I am. You could get an F-150 regular cab with air. Without air was $12,000. With air was $13,500.
What air time was that?
This was in the late 80s.
See, boy, great days, great times.
Yep. You get a Ford Ranger for $79.95. And first-time buyers, all they had to do is have TT&L down and 6 months prepaid insurance, and you're rolling.
There you go.
Well, times have changed. The average new vehicle being sold right now is still right at $30,000. And this is where I tell a lot of people, well, it's certified. Do you know how many brand new vehicles you can buy under $30,000 right now?
There's a good money of them. I know that.
16 brand spanking new vehicles, and more and more and more coming. Stellantis, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, they are one of the highest price vehicles across the line. That's why you're seeing all these major discounts, $10,000 rebates, $12,000. They got one $14,000 off. They got some 25% off MSRP with a $2,000 markup. Now Stellantis is coming out with a couple of new products called the Aero and the Aero Cross that are going to be under $30,000. They know what the market is. They've gone with the high-end vehicles. You still got all your big products coming out. Your Rumblebee at $105,000 if you get the 777 horsepower vehicle with that launch button. Please, if you buy one with a launch button, let me drive it.
Well, give us both a call because I want to be riding in it with that launch button.
Yeah, I want to hit the launch button and then I'm good. But there's a lot of products out there. You have your Nissan, you have your Hondas, you have your Toyota, you have your Volkswagen. Dan Smith up at Louisville Volkswagen, $22,500 for brand new 2026 Jetta. That's the sweet spot. And so before you go, well, I'm going to buy this car because it's certified, let's have a conversation on how many brand spanking new cars you can get for under $25,000. How many you can get under $30,000? Here's the deal. Moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles were all calling me for that $12,000 low mileage clean car. Well, you know what, Bo?
That's a tough row to hoe.
That factory's closed.
And you might find them out there, but boy, you might want to.
It's going to be grandma and grandpa's car. Yeah. You ain't going to find a clean $12,000 car. They're just not available. And I have people that get so mad at me when I tell them, and I got to quit saying, I said, well, sir, that factory's closed.
You just said it though.
I went, okay. Here's the thing. You can do a one-pay lease with that kind of money, get your kid established with credit, have a payment 40 to 50% less than what it would be on a retail buy. And I know there's so many guys out there, so many of these finance gurus that are bazillionaires off of you buying their books and CDs and whatever, blah, blah, blah. I can help you with that for nothing. I don't charge anything to take a look at your credit and tell you how things should be. But to tell the people never lease and never buy a new car, I'm going, wow. Because you got the coin to go write a check for whatever you want. That is 1% of the nation that can write a check for a vehicle, actual cash. People say, well, I'm paying cash. It's really a lot of times not true. They're actually set up their financing with another lending institution and then bring that draft in, but they're still paying the bill to somebody. That's 1%. So you want a good budget, and I'm going to share this with you. We helped a guy. He did 3 leases back to back. 1, 2, 3. All of them were 3-year leases, 12,000 miles a year. And what he was going to pay on the retail buy, he accrued in a savings account. When that 3rd lease was over, he wrote a check for a brand new vehicle and was debt free. So there are ways, different ways to look at it. If you're a person that doesn't take care of your car, doesn't drive 15,000 miles a year or less, and you don't care about driving a new rig, don't lease. And for you people that are getting into that 66-month leasing, I haven't heard a good story yet. And what you'll be told.
I didn't even know that was available.
Sure. What you're going to be told is, don't worry about the miles. When it comes to the end of the deal, we're going to take care of that. Think about that for a minute. There's 2 things that I look at when I'm appraising a car: miles and condition. The miles don't go away with the car. You'll be told that. I've heard it too many times. That's not true. That's why you always go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on Contact Kurt, and let's have this conversation before you put yourself in the pickle barrel and you can't get out. You are stuck like Chuck, and I'm going to make sure that you're not. 800-281-TALK is the number. That's 800-281-TALK. I'm Kurt Chase with I'll think of it in a minute. We'll be right back.
Where'd my paperwork go?
I think you switched the plug-in on my computer.
I just took my own computer.
No, you switched it. Good morning, my sweet, beautiful cousin from New York, Dorothy. And
what did she say? What did she say?
My sister, Deanne, is tuned in.
Cool.
How sweet is that? Good morning, Deanne. Love you, love you, love you. Give my brother a big hug. The one that doesn't call. I haven't heard from my brother Larry, Benny, Bobby, and Tommy in over a month now.
Well, they saw you about, a month or so ago at your mom's memorial, so they figured that's probably plenty. It's enough for about 6 or 8 months.
I've heard from my sister Lil and my sister Carol Ann, but not my brothers. They hurt. That hurts.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm airing this out nationally on our syndication. That
everybody here.
I'm hurt. Okay.
I'll pick up the phone and call him right now. Tell him I just love him right here on our social media.
That's right. Let's go live with love.
There you go.
Bo, see, you got to be talking while I'm doing this.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm over here studying.
Golly, what are you doing? Oh, that's right. You got a segment.
I got a segment coming up. Bo Nosies, right here.
That's
10:30.
Right.
We appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and making the comments. It's all good.
I was listening to an old show of mine the other day that I had on a DVD.
Oh, yeah?
And I made a big mistake.
Uh-oh.
I opened up the phone lines, and this was a few years back, and asked for someone to call in with a good, clean joke of the day. Didn't work out real well.
It didn't turn out too good?
Nah, it didn't turn out real good. So we used to have joke of the day, and we had to put a kibosh on that.
Yeah, I bet.
because there's so many great jokes out there.
Well, even Ralph gets a little touchy. at
And
times.
Larry, if I know that you're watching this, would Deanne post it right now, and I'll do one of my butcher jokes. Only if I know you're watching will I do one of my butcher jokes right now. So if you're still tuned in, let me know. And
We have a new Allison Jones. She says, "Good morning." Well, it's good morning to you, Allison. Thanks for tuning into our broadcast.
Allison Williams, I know her.
Well, there you go,
And you know what her husband's name is?
Williams.
Kurt.
Oh, Kurt Jones. Well, there you go.
Yep.
Well, there you go. Well, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate that. It's
Yep.
good to see all
Yep.
these new names popping up and being part of our broadcast. And like and share it to your timeline so people know we're here every
I
Saturday.
can't remember her friend. It was her and her friend. They used to come into the nightclub. She lived over in Sherwood Forest, went to a different school, but just as sweet as can be. And she has a beautiful family and happy. I see her on Facebook. So thanks for tuning here on the radio show.
Yeah, it's always nice to see new names coming on. Appreciate that.
You know, it's so funny that we're all rivals in Irving.
Yeah,
Nimitz,
Hated each other when
MacArthur,
you're in
and
school, right?
Irving High, MacArthur High, and Nimitz High School. And now we're all Facebook friends. You couldn't have predicted this in a million years.
Yeah, it's the same way we was with, like Ronnie Swain, some of those Jim Gibson. They're from French High School, and I'm from Beaumont High School. Couldn't stand each other, back in the day, But now we're all buddies.
Well, I got to tell you what, Allison hadn't aged today, and I cannot remember your best friend's name that you used to run with, but still just as pretty as ever. Kurt did good. And
A message brought to you by NHTSA.
yeah,
and
I still get messages once in a while from Jana,
Well, this car is
Roberts from Irving, and Steve Fly, and good people.
Romantic.
You're up.
Why's it greased lightning?
We're gonna do that. Those backup singers.
Sorry, I get into music. I do. I just apologize. Oh, J-Rag, Disco Duck. 281-TALK is the number, 800-281-TALK. This segment is brought to you by my buddy, Big Dan Smith out of Clay Cooley Volkswagen, right there at 35 and Fox Avenue. Here again, great leases, cars under $25,000, a new 2026 Volkswagen Jetta. There's a lease program for everyone. Payments $248 a month on a new Jetta, $248 a month, $290 a month on a Atlas. The place, Louisville Volkswagen. So you say, well, new's not working. You would not believe the cornucopia of pre-owned. He's got, it's like almost every make and model is on his pre-owned lot. And putting money in trades, I got 2 phone calls of people that bought it and said Dan was 2,000 higher than the other dealers that they visited. The place, and I want to thank him because we adopted a teacher. If you go to my Facebook page and you go to the YouTube, you'll see where we got to honor the great Mike Snyder, who is a Channel 5 anchorman for 30 years, his daughter. And we took care of her supplies for her classroom. She has classes for special students, and we couldn't have been happier. And Dan Smith was the one that put together. Not only is he general manager there at Clay Cooley Volkswagen Louisville, he's got a heart for people. That's why your Volkswagen needs to come from Louisville Volkswagen. Go to LouisvilleVolkswagen.com. That's LouisvilleVolkswagen.com. It's at 10:30 time in the morning. Let's get ready to rumble.
Bo, bo, bo,
This is Kurt's favorite song.
bo, bo,
I can't sleep Saturday night. I just see you playing in my head.
bo.
That's enough.
It's never enough with the Big Wheels Bo Carver. And if you want to know where I got the Big Wheels Bo Carver, you can go to my Facebook page and see that I posted the picture of me on that bicycle with the huge wheels. Do you see that?
No.
That's why they call me that, because of that picture right there from back in the day when I had my own radio show, The Wheels of Justice. And thanks for tuning in this morning. We're here every Saturday morning here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show, 100.7 FM, every Saturday morning from 9 to noon. And we do talk automobile stuff for you to help you with all your automotive needs, buying, selling these parts and service. But the Bono segment is usually not automobile related.
Thank goodness.
We will get back to that, okay? So just hang on to your belt a little bit.
And I was just asked that. Has Bo been in the car business? I went, no. So what does he know about cars? And your answer is?
I don't know nothing about cars. That's the general rule around here.
That's right.
But, you always have to have a little side monkey when you got a special radio show like the Automotive Edge Radio Show. But I've changed the little direction because, some things I'd speak about got little people, kind of hot in the collars.
That's putting it mildly.
So I've decided to do a little different approach to my weekly Bono segment. And it's kind of the day in history. And did you know today?
8/15/26.
Correct. You do know, and that is correct. August the 15th. And I'm going to do that on the actual day. I know there's stuff that happened during the week, but this is the actual day, so I want to really kind of stay with that. So in 1620, I know most of y'all don't remember that date, but the Mayflower set sail from England to its first fateful attempt to reach North America. So that's when that all started there. The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, is that what it's called?
And the captain and the people on the ship were worried about what?
I'm not sure.
Finding out the world was flat. If they were
that's true. That's the whole point. Them doing that, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, they found it eventually. In 1945, the Japanese emperor unconditionally surrendered, effectively ending the World War II.
Is it Hiroshima, Nagasaki?
Yes, that's correct.
Whoa, 2 for 2, baby.
Boy, he's on a roll, man. I'm going to have to change my thing every week now. See if I can stuff him a little bit. And okay, see if you got. There's one more that I've got that's about this special day, August 15th in history, and it happened in 1969.
1969.
I see that look. You have no clue, do you?
No, my mind's just running.
All right.
Because I was 9 years old.
And you're going to be probably shocked to know what it is.
Does that have something to do with space?
No. It's a big. It was a huge event.
Go ahead.
Woodstock Festival.
Oh, wow.
Yep. On a dairy farm in Bethel, New York.
Yep.
Drawing hundreds of thousands of rock fans. They had no idea.
Nope.
None. I mean, they thought this thing was going to just be a kind of a small event, and it took the world over, and it went crazy. So that was a big event, 1969 Woodstock, and some of y'all might have gone there. If you did, let us know. I'd like to know. I would have liked.
If you can still talk, if you're still coherent from going to Woodstock.
Well, that's true too.
Right.
There's some stories about that. I know it's pretty cool. And some memorable births here on August the 15th in 1769. And I know, Kurt, you probably know him personally, is Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yep.
He was a French military commander and emperor. There's movies about him that's really interesting, so check those out. Now, here's one I think you might really appreciate. In 1912, Julia Child.
Oh, yeah.
What a great show she had.
I loved her show.
Yeah, she was an American chef on TV who popularized French cooking.
Yep.
So, great show, and they made fun of her on Saturday Night Live.
Her and Chef Poupon.
Yeah. 1990, Jennifer Lawrence.
Wow.
Remember who she was?
Yeah.
She played with on Carol Burnett.
Carol Burnett.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And she was a great singer. She had a couple
she
number
was.
1 hits.
Mm-hmm. Didn't she play the mama part?
Yep.
Yeah,
she did.
So that's funny. 1972, we have Ben Affleck.
Yep.
Very good actor, and a lot of different things he played in. 1989, we have Joan Jonas.
Wow.
It's the music group Jonas Brothers. So there's a few of the verse on August 15th, excuse me. Some notable deaths for August the 15th. 1935, Will Rogers, cowboy and actor.
Never met a man he didn't like.
Never met a man he didn't like. And so that's August 15th, 1935. He passed. And in 1995, we have John Cameron Swayze. Do you remember that name? He was an anchor man for the most part, but then he did a commercial that was one of the most popular commercials ever. Do you
Take
remember?
a licking and keep on kicking.
My home run, baby. Timex watches. That was
right.
awesome. Yeah, that was the biggest slave. And how many times did you say that? I know I used to say it
if
all
you
the time.
remember on the show Wild Kingdom on Sundays, he would be on that rubber raft, whatever the motor on it, and he'd go through the water and everything, and jump off, and he'd throw the hand out there, take a licking, and keep on kicking.
It was beautiful, and I'm sure people use that 1,000 times. 2021, Joe Walton, he was a football coach for the Jets from 83 to 89, passed at 85 years old. 2024, Peter Marshall. Do you know that name?
Oh, yeah. Peter Marshall, he made
game show host.
Yeah, Peter Marshall was a game show host on Hollywood Square.
That is it. Yeah, I got to change my direction here. And here's some hit songs of August the 15th. Now, I can't do everything for all the years of the year. So I picked a few, kind of spread them out a little bit, like in the 50s. In 1955, the number one song then was We're Gonna Rock Around the Clock.
Yep.
Bill Haley and the Comets.
Yep.
And it was actually number one I spoke about last week at that time era. 1960, It's Now or Never.
Wow.
Elvis. Oh, we're about out of here. Okay. 1965, I've Got You, Babe. Sonny and Cher. We got to go. So listen, I'll speed it up next time around because I had a lot to share with you on this deal. But don't go away. We'll be back with more automobile talk right here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show. I guess I got to speed that up a little bit.
You know what? Dave's not on his game day. Clear. I'm gonna have to do that from now on.
Clear.
You sound real excited doing it too, did you?
That's right.
Clear.
That's what we need. We need that real excitement. She said Dorothy said she was only 11 in 1969. Yeah. But there's some really cool stuff in there when you start looking at it. But you were on target today, brother. You knocked it out of the park with some of that stuff.
Memories of the way we were.
I was going to say, too, that in 1995, the number one song is You're Not Alone by Michael Jackson.
Huh.
And what's interesting about that was it made Guinness Book World Record as the first ever single to debut at number one. And I don't really remember that song that well. Do you?
I don't either. I don't.
Dave, do you remember that song at all?
No, I don't remember
You're
that
Not
one.
Alone.
Huh.
I wonder if we can pull that up and play a little bit of that, just see what it is.
Sure you could.
Could you do that, Dave?
What was that name again? You're Not Alone by who?
By Michael Jackson.
Oh, I know that song. Yeah, I can pull that up. It just came back to me. Hang on a second.
Yeah, just because Kurt and I both knew one of them.
Probably Bo doesn't know because he used to hang out with Michael out there.
Yeah, we're
at his place.
buddies, man. High-fiving, carrying around the monkey.
Stayed the night out there.
Rode all the little rides. I was one of the oldest kids out there.
He had the hat with a little propeller on it.
That's funny. But yeah, that's interesting. That
Ronnie Swain said, yeah, as soon as they got me to Vietnam, they threw the big party.
There you go. How about that? 1969. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, back in the day, I was thinking about, going back. Everybody's back in school now. All the schools kicked off. I remember after the last day of school, the first thing that we did, we showed our mom our jeans, and the ones that were worn out, we got to cut them and have.
That's what you wore,
jean
shorts?
shorts.
Here it is.
You never said goodbye.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Someone tell me why did you have to go and leave my world so cold?
That was the number one song in 1995. In case you didn't hear, you were from the radio, folk. That hit the Guinness World Record as being the first number one song to debut on the Billboard Top 100. So
You know what's amazing? I think the greatest music of all time will never be written again.
well, yeah.
PickYourD.org.
I just don't.
Oh, we weren't on the radio.
There's so many great. I mean, here's another one. The best music is behind it.
Well, Graham says, my son says that the best times in America was from 1950 to 1980.
Oh, no doubt.
And that's from a 22-year-old.
GTO 800-281-TALK's the number. That's 800-281-TALK. This segment of the show is brought to you by Driver's Edge Auto Repair. If you're out of Texas, it's Sun Auto. If you just Google Sun Auto, it'll let you know about all their service stations. Download the coupons or just bring your phone with you and show them the coupons. I've had more people since we started telling them get the coupons, save hundreds of dollars with their coupons. My son took his car over to get the oil change, saved $50. Buy 2 tires, get 2 free. Buy 3, 1, get 1 free. From the best price on tires. Everybody thinks it's just a few of those big box stores. Not true. Go to mydriversedge.com. That's mydriversedge.com. Find a location nearest you. They don't summarize. They only do the work that's needed at the time. And here in Texas, we're on day 11 of a solid 100-degree heat. It's a good time to make sure that your cars are taken care of. And the most important part of your car is
Your tires.
your tires. You know, all your dummy switches will go off to let you know what's going on. It lets you know when your air is going down, but a bad tire will blow quick, and then you're trying to control 3,000 pounds of metal. Get your tires checked each and every time. They do it for free. MyDriver'sEdge.com, a 23-year sponsor of the Automotive Edge Radio Show. All right. Average interest rate right now, interest rates are doing really, really good. Here's the other thing, too. We talked about people, you know, their gas prices went back up again. The big problem with the Strait of Hormuz, which I think is a bunch of baloney, to tell you the truth, when it comes to
Affecting the
gas and oil prices.
right.
But interest rates went down from 7.10, to 6.45 on average. Well, you say that's high. Well, that's averaging all the new cars and pre-owned cars together, where it was over 7%. That's a great sign. Average new car rate was 5.45. Average used car rate was, you know, a little over 7%, depending on the term, whether you went 36, 48, 60, 72. Unfortunately, 84 months is not a good rate by any shape, form, or fashion. But the rates are coming down. And that's good for you, the consumer. So you get the best of both worlds. Right now on pickup trucks, you know, the average discount's about 10 grand, and you get a good interest rate. Big SUVs, right now, the Ford over Grapevine Ford are giving $4,000 off. One of my favorite large SUVs, the Ford Expedition Platinum. I don't know how much nicer you can make a large SUV. I mean, you're right up there with the Denali's. I mean, they are knocking it out of the park with the way that they have put that Ford Expedition together. $4,000 rebate, plus they got great rates. So usually it's one or the other, but you can get best of the both worlds right now when it comes to acquiring a brand new automobile. Here's another interesting fact. Everybody was talking about Tesla and what's going on with Tesla, and obviously EV values have dumped. I mean, they've really, really dumped. And hybrid is gone through the roof. But now's a great time to buy an electric vehicle, and still Tesla is doing 60% of all the business. 60%. Everybody said these cars were going to come in from China, where they're not here yet. I think Canada is going to be the first big country to bring them in. I hope they never come here. I hope they never show up on our property, ever, because there's too many great cars being built here. And I really believe that hybrid turbo, hybrid electric is the big thing here in the United States. We obviously realize that the infrastructure isn't ready. All that government money for the charging station was just totally flushed down the toilet and never came to fruition. Another waste of our great tax dollars. But Tesla is still leading the pack, and still the Tesla model, when you look at their S model is still one of the top resale electric vehicles out there. But you know, when you're buying an electric vehicle, if you choose to buy an electric vehicle, be sure to get the batteries checked out first thing right off the bat before you do anything. Always, always, always get those batteries checked out.
Check the tires. Make sure the tires are in good shape too.
Yep. And then Toyota is coming up the backstretch like no tomorrow with their plug-in hybrid technology. Toyota is on fire out of all the manufacturers with their plug-in hybrid technology. And when I'm over at the Freeman store and I'm seeing them be delivered, I always like talking to the customers going, why? And they're really big on, you know, the ecology and saving the planet. And, you know, I always ask them, do you do a lot of driving? It's mainly city. That's our second car. And they just believe in Toyota's technology, which, you know, they were the leader in hybrid technology with the Prius that they came out with many, many, many years ago and still do very well. My wife told me we're just going to save money and buy a Prius. I went, well, I won't say no, but I got to say no. We need something bigger, so we went with the HEV XSE, which we're still getting over 45 miles to the gallon in that vehicle. So the Toyota plug-in hybrid really, really doing well. Hybrid market. Last year, the hybrid market was had an increase of 22%. And so people started realizing electrification wasn't the deal. It was mandated. The government, they raised the CAFE so high, which is the corporate average fuel economy, they were forcing people to buy electric cars. Shame on them. Shame on them for what they did. And they talk about the American people. We're here for the American. No, they're there for themselves, for egos and their own internal prosperity. Period. But the American people have shifted to hybrid technology. In 2026, it's already up 30% year over year. And so that's where the money is. If you have a hybrid car, there's a lot of money to be made when you're trading in the vehicle. If you're buying a hybrid vehicle, they're tried, true, and proven, along with the CVT transmission, continual variable transmission, doesn't have gears, it's belt driven, are doing really, really well. It's just whether you like that, you like going through the gears and you like the jerk and the jolt, which the CVT transmission does not do. They are doing extremely well, not only in the resale market, but in the new car purchase market. And Toyota has always been one of the leaders of that as well. This was exciting news for me. The new 911 Porsche is going back to manual transmission.
Ah, sweet.
Finally. I don't know who the knuckleheads were
that took it out
in Germany that said, let's go all electric and get rid of the manual transmission on Porsche. Crazy. There's some vehicles you got to leave alone.
And that's certainly one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be like doing that. Well, a Corvette was thinking about doing it too, weren't they?
Yep. Well, they're gonna offer a manual transmission in the Corvette coming up. But I drove a Porsche for a while, many, many, many years ago, and I really like that vehicle. I like the manual transmission, and so to see.
Well, that type of car is designed for that. I mean, that's what you want.
Yeah, owning a Porsche is an experience.
Exactly, and that's part of the experience is having a manual transmission and everything.
So that's one thing that was, so it's the 911 Carrera S is going to be their first release. They're going back to manual transmission, gas-powered vehicles, yay, yay, yay.
Awesome.
And good for Porsche. Chrysler, Stellantis has been in a lot of trouble because their average vehicle is north of $40,000. And the American people like buying from the big three, the domestic vehicles. They like buying the Ford, the Chevy, and the Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. I wish they would just leave it as, I don't get all the different brands. Like Ram is its own brand. I remember it was just the Dodge pickup.
Right.
And then they had the name Ram. Now it's its own entity. I think they got too many entities. Yeah. I think everything should have stayed under
CDJR.
And so I actually thought Chrysler was going away.
They had to go with the initials on all that. So
CDJR.com. But they're coming out with the Aero and the Aero Cross, which is a great looking vehicle. You can go online and Google it, Aero and Aero Cross by Chrysler. Good looking rig. and it's going to be priced under $40,000, which they needed to. You know, they come out with a product a little while back, and people don't even remember it because it was in like a lion, not really like a lion, out like a lamb, because they didn't really advertise it, was the Hornet.
Yeah, I remember that.
The Dodge Hornet came out, and I drove it, and I enjoyed everything about it, and it's gone.
Wow.
And so the cool thing, now I got to tell you, I would drive this. Google the Pacifica Roadkill Night Special.
Roadkill Night.
This is a minivan.
I'd buy that car without even looking at it.
Oh, just when I saw the name, I went,
Roadkill.
good gobbledygoo.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, the Pacifica. So they joined with this company that does the retrofits, and it's called the Roadkill Night Vision Special.
Sweet.
And I got to tell you what, that is a cool mom, dad, family vehicle.
Sweet.
The front end of the way they put the kit on this with the dual exhaust and the wheels,
cool.
I'm telling you, that is the cat's meow for anybody to drive.
There you go.
I mean, you could even throw flames on this puppy and it's going to look good. The Pacifica Roadkill Night Special that they can do to that vehicle is just fantastic. So that's in the news for the top of the hour. We're going to take a quick break, identify some sponsors. Remember to like and share the show. If you got questions, 800-281-TALK on where to go, who to see, what to do, my thoughts, 1-800-281-TALK. I'm coming back with
the man, the myth, the legend,
the Boski. Just a minute.
So we had a clear. Danny Fain goes, this is better than watching any show on television. Y'all need to do this 24 hours, 7 days a week.
I'd be medicated hanging out with him 7 days a week.
We'll probably both be in it.
Then we'd have to have Dave with us 7 days a week. You know, Dave wouldn't want to do it.
Well, Dave works 7 days a week anyway. Pretty much. Six at
pretty
least.
much true.
So he's not far from it. But
it's so good to hear you call him Dave. You need to stick with that.
Well, I
don't. Just it's Dave.
Well, I should be calling him Psycho Dave.
Well, Psycho Dave is fine.
That's how everybody knows him by.
That's fine. Leave it at that.
True.
Nita Anderson says, I don't want electric cars. Thank you, Nita. Neither we.
Yeah, what, Nita? I don't either. I will never, till the good Lord calls me home, drive an electric vehicle as an owner. Now, I do go out and test drive them all the time. I go to a dealership and go, hey, we just got this in. And, they pitch me the keys and I go drive it. But putting it in my driveway, not going to happen.
And
would you do the hybrid?
Oh, yeah, he drives a hybrid.
I drive a hybrid electric.
Oh, okay.
But it's hybrid, electric, and gas.
So it's
all three, and it's not a plug-in.
And Stephen Moats says, what's up, Danny? So now they're having conversations with each other.
We connect people on the show. Yeah. Not only do we help you with your cars, we connect you with one another.
They don't even want to talk to us anymore. They're just talking to each other.
That's all right. We're the catalyst for relationships.
Oh, wow.
All right. Who do we got here? Oh, yes, I know where we're going here. You're not talking, Bo.
Oh, I'm not talking.
No dead air. No dead air, Bo. You've been around long enough.
We're on radio.
Dave.
We got a face for radio, so people like it.
Dave, I got to redo this contract again.
Maybe we could switch places. Dave could come here and I could go there.
What are you doing over there?
Just making messages. I'm sure people know what's going on. And we thank for all the new people showing up on the show and making comments. We appreciate that, whether you're talking to us or someone else. We appreciate that. So,
wait till you see the T-shirt Tom Hammond got me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
For the Automotive Edge?
Nope.
Oh.
It is super cool. I'll be wearing it next Saturday on the show.
All right. Looking forward to seeing it. Why did I not get one, Tom?
Because Tom doesn't like you. You know what?
I remember that.
Tom was in Jefferson, Texas, which I would love to go to Jefferson, Texas, like a 2.5-hour drive, I believe.
Yeah. It's
And
nice
they
out
have
there.
all those gift shops and antique
Beautiful.
places. And he had these T-shirts and actually FaceTimed me because the one shirt I wanted, they didn't have my size. And he found me another T-shirt, man, bad to the bone.
Well, there you go.
My buddy Tom.
From Jefferson.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a beautiful town out there.
I heard it is. I heard
It's
it's
gorgeous.
fantastic.
It really is.
My son was dating a girl, and her dad was the police chief.
Oh, wow.
They met in school at. Anyway.
Well, that's, there's a lot of beautiful towns in Texas. And, if you get out of the way from the Metroplex, you might see some of them.
So, Tom, did you stay overnight in Jefferson? Bed and breakfast? They got hotels there. Not motels, but hotels. And how was that?
Yeah, it's a very, very quaint little town. Really.
I got friends that love it. They say they just go there for all the antique shopping.
It's
and
a
walking
very
into stores
nostalgic, cute, awesome little town. It's got a lot going on.
Yeah, they gave me 2 places to go eat. And then another place we're going, Kip Gilmore, his wife is from Edmond, Oklahoma. And they did a deal with Steve Ducey from Fox News.
Sure.
And when they were doing the 250-year celebration, he was in Edmond. Man, did that town look cool. And so I'm talking about it and found out that Kip's wife, born and raised there, and her parents own the golf course there, which she told me she could give me a free round of golf. I don't understand that. But it looked so cool. So my wife and I, we're going out of the country for our 30-year anniversary. But when we get back, we're going to start hitting these towns in Texas and in Oklahoma.
Wow.
And a couple in Arkansas that I've already mapped out. Because I love Hot Springs, Arkansas. I love it.
Yeah, it's a really nice place too.
We used to go there for a couple of weeks every year for summer vacation. Mom would load up the 7 kids in the Country Squire station wagon and head to Hot Springs, Arkansas. We stayed at Peters Point, and man, that place is cool. I've been up there twice since then. They still got the bathhouses, the greatest little shops and restaurants, and I love things like that. So I love Fredericksburg. We've been there several times.
That's nice too.
So
There's
we
a
want
lot
to do
of
Jefferson, we want to do Edmond, and we want to do I can't remember the other town.
Dave, there's a little town that's way south, kind of towards out of Austin area that has a lot of the Texas country, Green, Texas.
Green.
It's
Oh,
G-R.
Gruen, yeah, our Green.
You call it? I
looks
call
like
it Green,
though.
but you call it
Yeah.
Gruen.
Well, that's what it. Whenever you see it, it looks like Gruen. It does. It's not spelled Green.
Yeah, it's not spelled Green.
Yeah.
It's Green or some kind of spelling.
Yeah, that's it.
And Ronnie Swain says Jefferson has great music venue too.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But Green, Texas is cool. We got a lot of venues down there that play a lot of the up and coming stars of the Texas country music. It's really a pretty cool place. I've been down there before.
Huh.
I've never been. I want to go.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I like Marble Falls.
Marble Falls is awesome too. I've
Yeah.
been there too.
I took all my brothers down there. We golfed for 3 days. We played 96 holes.
Wow.
And, all the little restaurants and places down there were fantastic. They pronounce it green.
Yeah, that's what I call it. Yeah, that's what they say.
And what is it? What is Green famous for?
Well, it's for Texas country music. A lot of this up and coming people, and they get kind of famous.
Museum.
No, they have concerts there, and I guess they may have some
Great place for venues.
Oh, yeah. Thoughts.
You're up.
Hey, the place for you new Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Grapevine Dodge, 121 and William D. Tate. Stop in there and see my buddy Wade or Shane right now. If you go to grapevinedodge.com, that's grapevinedodge.com, their discounts are second to nobody. And here's the thing, no ads. No ads. They are just moving iron as fast as they can off that lot. because Stellantis is revamping their inventory, revamping their models, revamping their pricing. And so it's out with the old and in with the new. When I say old, they're 2026 models. And you know, the end of June is the end of the fiscal year in the auto industry. And so they've got to turn inventory. Nobody is discounting their vehicles without ads like Grapevine Dodge, 121 and William D. Tate. Go to grapevine-dodge.com, ask for Shane or Wade. If you don't remember that, you can always send me a message. I'll give you their name, and take advantage of what they are selling products for. Discounts that are they're just unbelievable. The place, grapevine-dodge.com. So,
You got dead
so
air. Talking about me not saying nothing.
here, well, this one just set me off.
Okay.
It was too much this week.
You had to get
I was overloaded.
you had to get you had to get refreshed here.
Does down payment determine rate? Does down payment determine rate?
I do know the answer to this. I think I know from being on here for 8 years.
And
it does not.
it does not.
Correct.
If you're being told if you put more money down, you're going to get a better rate, run.
You also say it's against the law to say that, right? Or to do that, or to suggest that, or is it not against the law?
Well, they don't say it that way.
Okay.
They say if you want a better deal.
Okay.
But here's the thing, your credit and what the dealer tells the lender is your rate. That's it. What happens is you fill out a credit app online or at the dealership, and you got to know how to fill out a credit app. People don't understand what gross income is. You always, for whatever reason, people put net. It doesn't say net. It says gross monthly income before taxes, before bills. And a guy said, well, they told me if I put $5,000 down, my rate's $14.99.
Wow.
He had credit issues.
Okay.
If I put 10 grand down, he can get me to $11.99. I went, run. It doesn't work that way. They don't call the lender and go, hey, can you give us a rate concession with a big down payment? No. Down payment with credit problems is the reason for equity for the lender to buy the deal. That's it. If you're being told now, there are special rates with lenders where they say, if you're financing this much money with 20% down, their portfolio and your beacon score is over this, here's the rate. So it's a conditional loan. But to sit there in front of someone and say, how much more cash do you have to put down? We'll get you a better deal. All you're doing is putting cash down to lower your payment. Cash is king when you have credit issues. Cash does not buy down a rate. It doesn't. It's not like when you're buying a home and you're going through all these different conventional loans and everything. Okay, with this much money down, with this much money down. When you're buying a car, down payment either gets you to the payment that you want or secures the note. It doesn't determine the interest rate unless you have a conditional loan set up through your bank, which I went to Chase Bank and I said, if I'm buying this vehicle, here's what they do. They say with 20% down plus TTNL on this rate, and this rate. So you know, what is that? It's conditioning the loan for their portfolio. So if I was to go in there and go, okay, I'm going to put down 30%, guess what? The rate is still the rate. So don't buy into. Now, I want to clarify something. If you're putting down $10,000 on a loan and they say, well, your loan, you have bad credit. Let's just go with that. It's 13%. Some dealers, a dealer that wants you to come back, a dealer that wants you for life, a dealer that wants a long-term relationship, a dealer that wants you telling them about to others, can say, hang on a minute here. I've got a lender I think we can do better at. They shop that to another lender and go, hey, I've got Joe Bag of Donuts here. he's got a 580 beacon score, but he's buying this vehicle and he's putting 30% down. What kind of rate can we get? And they look at it. But here's some things they're going, well, they got good job time. They got good residency. They got caught up in COVID. There was a death in the family. We lost our job and then we got back on track. There's all these factors. Well, you know what? I'll buy that deal at $11.99. But to say that you come in and bring more and more cash to buy down the rate at the dealership is not true. It's not true. It's the way the deal is constructed and the way they pit one lender against the other and how they look at it. I was at Eldorado Chevrolet a couple of years ago buying a car, and the lender was there in the sales office. And she looked at it, and they saw my score. She goes, I'll buy it at this. And then Jason looked at me, and he goes, what are you putting down? I said, I'm putting this much money down. And she goes, well, if you go this term, a shorter term, the rate got better. That's common.
Yeah.
If you look at all the rates that are posted, this rate at 36, there's a bunch of rates at 0 APR at 36. You can't buy down 0 APR. If they have 3.99% for 48 months, you can't say, well, I'm going to put an extra 10 grand down. Can you get me 2.99? It's not the way it works. You're reducing your cap cost. It's called cap cost reduction. How much you're not financing to reduce your payment or reduce the term. But if you're being told, hey, put another whatever down, we're going to dump your rate, you need to leave. A good dealership like my sponsors and non-sponsors that I know will say, hang on a minute here. I think I can do better than $12.99. What are you putting down? Okay, but they want to know up front, what is the max you can put up front right now today? They take it to a lender going, hang on. Kurt lost his job, but 6 months later, he's back on track. He's getting caught up on his bills. He was in that field of expertise for 15 years. He's been in his home for 15 years. Then they come back and say, hey, we have a different lender at this rate. But to hear that, I'm going to put this much more money down and I'm going to buy my rate down is not true. And for whatever reason, I ran into that quite a bit over the last couple of weeks. People calling me from all over the United States going, I was told, I'm like, do not do business with them. Don't. Every bank has a portfolio. We're going to do 2.9% as long as that car. That's where a lot of people, when COVID hit, it was all bets off. They were carrying 10,000 over sticker, 20,000 over sticker, but people were putting good amount of money down, but it didn't affect the rate at all, any way, shape, form, or fashion. Now we have rates carved in stone, and some of them are with no money down. If you have good credit, 2.99, you can't buy it down to 1.99. Right now, I saw a rate at 5.99% on 72 months. And it's and there are no guidelines.
Unless you go less months, maybe, right?
Yeah. So if you go to that 72 months and say, well, I'm going to put down 5,000 plus TT&L, they don't change the rate. All they can do is change the term that goes with a lower rate. That's the facts. So for people that are telling you these things, this is why we have the Automotive Edge radio show, is to help you, the consumer, get with the right people, doing it the right way so you have a relationship. Having a good dealership standing behind you is like having a good dentist, a good doctor. So when you have a problem, they're on top of it. You can get in to see them and get it taken care of. And that's what we want to do. But there's still so much. I was telling Bo when he got here today, what these dealers were telling me while I was right there face to face with them. And my jaw dropped. I was like,
he's still hot under the collar over it.
woo.
1 minute.
I walked into one dealership and I told the guy what I was looking for. You know what he said? Are you financing or paying cash?
Mm-hmm.
And it just stopped me in my tracks. I went, why in the world would you ask that? Do I get a better deal one way or another? No. Then why'd you ask it? Well, I don't know. Okay, then find the person that does know and bring them out here and let me talk to them. Quick break. It's the Automotive Edge radio show on the Word, 100.7 FM. Don't go away. The Boski and myself will be right back.
Well, I don't know. It's I brought this up a while ago, but if you go to YouTube and look at the clip where Kurt talks about do not tell them what you want to pay as a payment, because it's just the whole thing will go a whole different direction, and it's not what you want to do. You want to deal with the car based on what they're going to be wanting to sell it to you for. If you got to trade, what your trade's worth, separate from what the car is you're buying is. I know Kurt got involved in that same conversation.
Yep.
That it was kind of trying to do this kind of thing of like, well, we're going to, because you're buying this much car, we'll give you a little more for that car or whatever. And it doesn't work that way.
Nope.
You got a certain value of your vehicle and they've got a certain price that they're willing to sell their car for. Keep it separate so you don't get locked in and then don't lock yourself in on car payment.
Yep. That's
another bad thing. Wait till the deal is done. You know what you're paying for the vehicle, new one. You know what you're getting as a trade on your one you're trading. Then let's see what that monthly payment's going to be for the term you can go. Then you know.
Yeah, I had a gentleman coming up from Waco, and he stopped at a Toyota store, and he called me, and I told him go to Freeman, and he called me up, and he goes, "Hey, I know you told me to go to Freeman, but my buddy's bought a vehicle here before. Get this. They price him on a Camry LE. He tells them, unfortunately, what his budget was. And he tells me what the numbers are. And I went, really? Get in your car. Now, he's in an LE, which is a fully loaded Camry, nice car. He gets to Freeman Toyota, and guess what he drives home in? An XLE, $4,000 more vehicle. And guess what? Same payment.
Yeah.
He goes, you know what, Kurt? I bet it's because of your relationship. I went, no. It had nothing to do with my relationship. You got to the dealership. I contacted the manager. They brought you in and gave you $4,000 more car for the same deal. That's why you don't give up your payment. You give up a payment when you walk through the door, you're going to get less for more. You don't give up your payment and you work out the selling price and your trade separate, you get more for less. Just that simple. This week, on 5 car deals, we save the listener almost $18,000. And one guy, man, he called me and lit me up. He had the audacity to tell me to mind my own business.
Well, that's what we're business in here, is to mind our own business to help you mind your business. So that's ridiculous, man.
You know what's funny? He went and complained to his boss, and guess what? I trained his boss in the car business.
Oh, boy, that was a bad
He called me
one.
up and he goes, hey, are you going to badger me on the radio? And
Yeah.
I'm, hey, buddy,
Yes,
how
we
are you?
We're going to badger you. We absolutely are going to do that. We're not going to call you by name.
Check your deed.
We're gonna
We don't
badger.
ever talk names.
But
We
we're going to
don't.
badger the idea of what happens out there. So don't let that happen to you, Mustang Sally.
You're up.
Mustang Sally.
Oh, Sally.
Guess you better
Slow down, Mustang down. That's right. Slow it down. If you're in a car with me, I don't know how to go slow. 800-281-TALK's the number. That's 800-281-TALK. Good morning, Charlie Davis, my brother from another mother. This segment is brought to you by Classic Kia Carrollton. I was just out there the other day. I'm telling you, moms and dads, brothers and sisters, personal or business, look at the new Kia Seltos. Go to ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. That's ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. Make the appointment with my buddy Alan Glover, general manager, or you can talk to Jesse Hull, managing partner, or his son Garrett on the showroom floor. There's a picture on my automotive website, and you'll see the picture of the 3 amigos, me, Alan, and Garrett.
Yes,
we finally got the picture done after Bo would not quit interrupting. But anyway, that new Kia Seltos, under $26,000. And with all the technology and safety equipment you could want on a vehicle, and then you got the Sportage and then the Telluride, which is just the hybrids are in stock right now. They have over 300 vehicles coming. And you talk about discounting cars getting ready to move. The place for your new Kia 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty is at Classic Kia Carrollton. Go to ClassicKiaCarrollton.com And everybody do me a favor. Instead of just saying I was listening to the radio, which there are 3 car shows on the radio, and I know all of them well because I worked with them, let them know you're listening to me or the Automotive Edge.
You can throw Bo in there too if you
and
want.
talk to the boss. Yeah, Bo will get you a little bump.
Yeah, the
on
Automotive
price.
Edge. It's our show. That's what we do right here.
Yeah, and enjoy and relax and enjoy the difference each and every time at Classic Kia Carrollton. Whether you're buying today, next month, next year, the place, ClassicKiaCarrollton.com.
Or you can even go to the automotiveedge.com and just have Kurt get involved with
Yep.
you. That's into the story right there. And it'll take you from hello to congratulations. Why wouldn't you want that?
Okay, I want to talk about something again. Do you know what a PAC payment is? A PAC payment. Most of you say, well, no. Well, a lot of people are finding out, and here's why you don't give up your payment. A gentleman called me from out of state, and he goes, hey, I just found you on YouTube, and a buddy of mine told me to go there. He goes, I just left the dealership. I pulled over, and I pulled out my paperwork, and he goes, I can't believe what I'm reading. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, the salesman says, hey, we got everything packed in there for you. Here's your monthly payment with just your down payment. He's like, I'm in. Well, guess what happened, Boski?
I don't know, but you sure going to tell me.
Hey, he had $6,200 worth of product in there. Tire and wheel, good product. Windshield protection, good product. Paint and fab sealant, not so much. Service contract, good product. Extended warranty, good product. Thing about it is, he didn't order none of it. Not one of them.
It was all in there for $6,200. Plus, he could have gotten it even less than $6,200 if he dealt a little bit.
He goes, what do I do? So he called the dealer, and you know what the dealer said? Come back on Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
You can talk to the manager.
No way.
And he goes, is the manager not there? You know what they told him? Not the one you need to talk to.
But would they be able to change that even on a Wednesday? Isn't the
He
deal
went back
done?
and got everything taken off.
Oh,
the
well, that's
contract.
good. That's real good.
And he goes, you know what, Kurt? I am so mad right now. They wouldn't redo it. And here's the thing. It was that day. I said, they can strip that whole contract and retype it and redo it.
Yes.
So he had everything canceled, and now he's going to his credit union with that paperwork. So they're getting nothing but a bad rep. And he's all over social media already telling them, hey, talk to Kurt Chase. Find out. I had no idea what was going on until a buddy of mine goes, hey, I just caught this clip on YouTube. You need to talk to this guy. $6,200. Now, to be fair, I like extended warranties.
Well, a lot of the things are good. Tires and wheels are good if you need it.
Yep.
Windshield protection, that's great in North Texas. I get chips on my windows all the time. But to load you up without really going over those things with you and knowing the pricings of each thing is ridiculous.
And told him, you now have a fully protected contract. Let me help you with something real quick. The banks don't give a flip about a fully protected contract, and it's a made-up term. It's not even real. It's not even real. The bank doesn't care what you buy. They want their car payment. They don't care about you buying extended warranties or gap insurance. These are things for you to save money and protect you on that investment. It's not mandated by any bank. If they say that they are, they have lied to you and you need to leave.
So I have a question about that. So if the bank approves a person for a certain percent for an X amount to finance, say, I'm just going to say 30,000, and you go to the back and you start adding these things up, does that delete what the bank is going to cover? So you have to come with that money up front, or will the bank still finance it if it's over the 30,000 they've agreed to finance.
Well, they'll call them back and do what they call a rehash on the deal.
saying we've got added these items. Can we
Yeah,
get
they bought
that?
an extended warranty, this, that, and the
Right.
other, and here's what they got. And most banks are going to,
Be fine with it.
based on the relationship and the credit, how
Right.
the deal's structured,
Right.
go, okay,
But they could say no.
definitely.
But so that's another thing to look at, I guess, from a standpoint of what they're approving.
Yep.
But like Kurt said, usually they will, and just pick what you need. Kurt always says, "Hey, take time out and go look at your tire and wheels."
Well, you know what? Here's the thing: when you're buying a car, your adrenaline's going, the
Oh,
excitement's there,
smell.
you're ready to go. And he said to them, "Look, you'd be better off doing this at 60 months at this rate, and you'll have a fully protected contract." Well, for somebody young and new that saved up his money and took care of his credit, he's ecstatic. I'm all in. I'm fully protected.
What does that really mean, anyway? A fully protected contract.
It's
What
just
does that really mean?
It has no meaning.
But what are they trying to make it mean?
Money, profit.
I got you.
It's got nothing to
Dumb
do.
question on my part.
Yeah, no, it's not a dumb question because there are a lot of people that
I
have
don't know what
heard
it
that
means.
term and go, "What's a fully protected contract?" It's a line of BS, is what it is. It's a way for a place to make more money. The job of the finance manager, the guy in the back that you do all the paperwork, is to offer these products on a menu to see what's valuable to you. And you know how you find out that it's valuable to you?
Go look at your car. Go look at your windshields.
I'm
Go
going
look
to give
at
you 5 on
tires
that one.
and wheels. Go look inside the car and see if there's ketchup, mayonnaise, and mustard all over the place. I mean, those are the things you got to know. And Kurt always says, and he can correct me on this, that you can even deal on those things too. Is that correct?
That's right. So if you've replaced a couple of windshields, windshield protection probably good for you. If you curb your rims, meaning you pull up too close to curb and you chewed them all up, wheel and tires good. If you're in an area, you've had a few flat tires, you're in construction zones, you've had to pay for a few tires, wheel and tire is good. If you're going to keep the car till the wheels fall off, extended warranties are really, really good. And then a place like Dane Minor, they're going to give you the 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract. They're the only ones in town that do it. But then you got to make sure it's priced right. You got one for 5 years. How many oil changes does that count for? Tire rotation, fluid top off, whatever it is. And then we got to do the math. And then you know you have a good deal. Usually they can give you a great price on these contracts, which is actually supersedes what you would pay out of pocket if you were to do it a la carte. I get it, but let's look at the deal. Quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Thank you, Thomas. That's a very nice compliment. I appreciate that. The show is awesome, informative, and educational. There are not many radio shows like this nowadays. Thank y'all. You're welcome. I taught Kurt everything he knows about radio business, so we're doing good.
Oh boy.
Dave's going to run from that comment. Run, Forrest, run.
Hey, Dave. Can you believe we've been together for more than 5 years?
No, I don't know how you made it through it.
I don't either.
When September rolls around, I'll be going on my 9th year.
This is,
Oh,
do you know what the word penance means?
Yeah.
I think I do.
Yeah, well, Bo is my penance.
It means it means he's had a rough life with things in his life that he's done wrong.
This is what God has put upon me to test
Yes, and guess what?
He's
my
testing you.
Christianity.
And God did it. So see how close I am to God? I'm the representative of the Lord.
Wow.
Oh my.
Wow, wow,
I hope there's not a
wow.
thunderstorm coming.
Yeah, as clouds are moving in now, so look at it. But that's, it's
Well, I got to back up, though, because I am a Christian. Bo is a Christian.
yes.
And so to be Christian is to be Christ-like. And even though I bust on him and every Saturday I get a text going, be nice to Bo, especially my wife.
Yeah.
Barbara Ann, I think, kind of digs it. But
She lives with him. Of course she does.
That's right.
She tolerates. Yeah,
That
that's
is
cool.
true. Discount Tire will rotate your tires. Plus,
Thank you, Allison, for that.
they'll fix your flat for free.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yep. My new Camry, my wife goes, Kurt, you're at 28%. The rest of them are 36.
Right.
And sure enough, we pulled up and there was a nail.
Well,
They pulled it
with
out
this
and plugged it, no
construction around
charge.
here,
But you know what I did? I sent over a half dozen pizzas because they do it for everybody.
Oh, that's cool.
So you're correct, Allison.
Very nice.
Yep.
So
Endurance is the best to use for extended warranty for a car. They pay no question to ask where you can get the work done. Huh. Well,
is that a company?
yeah, I don't use any of those people. I go right to the dealer, and that way, you know, I can talk to them about OEM parts, not aftermarket parts, and you know, on some extended warranties that are put out there on the internet, sometimes the dealers, because of their rate and what they charge on parts, they may not cover all of it.
Well, he says especially on diesel engines, that's what
Yep.
he was talking about there.
And so you got to be careful to make sure that they cover all that.
Yeah, it's similar to health insurance, to where you know, there may be some what do you call them?
Out of pocket expense.
Yeah, or
at a network
monies, or you know, you're up, you pay a little bit down or whatever. You go see the doctor. Copay, like you have a little copay, or some doctors may not take that insurance. So it's similar to knowing what takes what, who takes what. You need to check if you have a specific place you like to have your vehicle worked on. Make sure they take that before you get it. Those are the kind of things. And thank you, Charlie, for that information. But it also it's important to know exactly what's going on, no matter what company you deal with.
Yep.
So.
No doubt. It's just doing your due diligence
Yeah.
and your research.
Exactly.
But thanks for the info there, Allison and Charlie. Because a lot of people call me all the time going, hey, I saw Danica Packard on TV talking about a warranty, and I saw, what's the guy's name that goes, the old ESPN.
A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
That says what?
He's going all the
yeah.
way. He does one for another company.
I got you.
You're up.
Made, but let me introduce my new Rocket 88. Yes, it's straight, just one way. Everybody likes my Rocket 88. Baby, we'll ride in style.
800-281-TALK is the number. That's 800-281-TALK. If we can help you with your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, body shop, let us know. We're now syndicated through Westwood One, so you can pick us up anywhere in the United States, and we can help you out. We're getting calls from Arkansas, Louisiana, Florida, down south in San Antonio. I got 2 calls from New York this week going, hey, help me out on this vehicle. And everybody has a certain way of doing business, but here's the thing. Everybody pays the same for their cars. The difference is going to be destination and handling. That's it. Destination and handling. How much it costs to get it from the manufacturer to the port and from the port to the dealer. That's the difference in pricing. Everybody prices them different. Now, if it's a Toyota, there's going to be a big difference because you have Toyota manufacturing, and then you have Southeast Toyota, you have Gulf States Toyota, and I can't remember the name of the other one, Midwest Toyota, whatever it is. That Toyota builds it, and they send it to these ports, and they put a lot of the accessories on it and then get it to the dealer. But in Texas, if it's Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Mississippi, they are all the same price. It's just whatever package they put on from Gulf States. When you're in Florida and you look at the states down there in the panhandle of Florida and surrounding, they go through Southeast Toyota, and it's whatever they price their packages at. They're priced all for those states the same. But we can help you with that and break all that down. All you have to do is go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on Contact Kurt, and let's have a conversation and make sure your automotive needs are taken care of. It never costs you a dime to call me, and it never costs you a dime for me to help you. Handshake, hug, or prayer, I'll take all 3. Or Go to theautomotiveedge.com and help me with my GoFundMe getting these kids some uniforms for the upcoming basketball season. And a couple of times a year, we're going to put a different product, but this one is so needed. Go to theautomotiveedge.com and help these kids out along with me. And I have a dealer that is matching any money donated today. That'd be a real blessing for these kiddos. I spent time with them. I prayed over them, brought them lunch, and they're a good bunch of kids that need help. They're walking to school and showing up. And when you see the picture of me and them, you're not going to believe these kids are 16 and 17 years old. They're giants, but they're good giants. And they all shook my hand and thanked me, very respectful. And we just need to get them what's needed. Go to theautomotiveedge.com and click on the GoFundMe. All right. Here's one other subject I want to cover as we're wrapping up the show. We still got 2 segments left. Is real value versus payoff. Real value versus payoff. So I've had conversations over the last month where people said, "Oh yeah, they gave me payoff." Really? They gave you payoff? Yeah. Okay. When I'm going through the buyer's orders, here's what you're running into. They show you the payoff, unless they're actually giving you the true payoff. But here's what it says. It doesn't say payoff up there. It says selling price, trade allowance. Trade allowance. And then you go a little bit further down where it says tax, depending on what your state is. Here in Texas is 6 1/4. Vehicle inventory tax, road, bridge, license, documentary fee, and then right below that, payoff. Okay? So where on the top where it says trade-in allowance, are they actually giving you your payoff? Well, half the time, no. They're showing you the payoff on the car deal, but how much of that are you carrying over into the next note? That's going to be on your bottom line where it says amount financed. So they take the selling price of the car, less the trade-in value, then they tax it because you've already paid tax on the car. Now you're paying tax on the difference. Then all your fees, the payoff amount, and then balance to finance. That's where you need to look at. So this guy goes, this was kind of funny. They gave me $11,896.51 for my car. Well, no, they didn't. They didn't. I've never had a car appraised for that or seen it. Maybe 1 in a million. But then when he got down to balance to finance, he said, "What are they doing?" I said, "They add the payoff back into the car. They have to because there's a payoff on it. They have to add that back into the note. Unless you don't have a payoff or unless you have equity more than the car's worth, they take that payoff and add it back in." And he looked down, he goes, "Holy cow, I didn't know I was financing that much."
Yeah.
So what did they really give you for your car? You know what his answer was?
Didn't have any idea, did he?
I don't know. The terrible three. My dad
Horrible.
used to backhand me for saying, "I don't know." He said, "Then why'd you do it?" I quit saying, "I don't know."
I guess we need to backhand some of our customers before they go, right? Don't let us do that to you, okay?
Yeah.
We love you. We want to help you. And those are the kind of things that Kurt keeps saying we do all the time. You got to know before you go even. Know what your trade is worth before you go. Kurt can help you with that and tell you, look, with what you're telling me and the mileage is correct and the conditions right, this is the dollar you should be right at on that trade.
Yep.
And if you don't know that, you could possibly put yourself in a big pickle like this story he's just saying.
Well, the appraisal was $8,800.
Right. Okay.
So he was $3,100 off what he
Right.
thought he was getting his payoff.
11. Right.
But guess what they were doing with the $3,100? Rolling into the next
Yeah,
note.
right, exactly.
And so that's, $85, $90 a month, depending on the interest rate.
Yeah, rolling in what's
And he
left
goes,
over.
"Wow, that's really deceiving." I'm like, no, it's not deceiving. You didn't read your paperwork. All you were focused on was what?
The payment.
Payment. So he went back. He said, "Explain this," and they just acted innocent. And this guy was in Kentucky. He goes, "What'd you actually give me for the vehicle?" You know what the guy had the audacity to say? What does it matter? We got you the payment you wanted.
Of course, that's what they're going to say.
And so, they weren't far off. I mean, the vehicle was worth, 10 grand, 9,800. And so he goes, "Well, I don't want the, well, you already owned it and drove it off the lot." Well, then buying a car does not become fun.
No.
It's all over with then. And the fat lady has sung.
Yeah.
Because you drove it off the lot. He had all his paperwork. He wasn't lied to. He wasn't defrauded. You just didn't understand what you were doing. And they presented you the numbers and you went, "Yep, sign right here," because the payment worked into your budget. I spoke to a couple the other day and I said, "How'd that go?" And he said, "Real good." And he told me what his payment was. And I'm going, "Wow, that's a smoking deal." And then I looked at it. I said, "Sir, did you read the top 3 boxes on your contract?" He goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "You're not at 60 months. You're at 72.
Wow. He even missed that?
And he goes, "What do you mean?" I went, "You missed it."
Oh.
He goes, "What do I do?" And I went, "What do you mean, what do you do?"
You were getting ready to pay 72 months worth of payments.
This was on Friday. I said, "When'd you buy it?" And he said, "Last month." And I went, "You're done." He said, "What do I do?" I said, "Go down and refinance it. If
1 minute.
you don't have a bunch of negative equity to carry into the next note." And when he got to the bank, he called me and they wanted $4,000 down to
reestablish
put it into that portfolio. Not good. We want to prevent that. And it doesn't make them a bad dealership. It's just that here's the numbers, here how it was written. You weren't reading your numbers. We're going to help you with that.
Yeah.
Every day, Monday through Saturday. Sunday, it's God and family, but I'll be back with you on that Monday morning. Quick break. We're going to get things wrapped up here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on the Word, 100.7 FM.
Clear.
It doesn't sound as good when we do it.
I know. Well, it's his job. Come on.
No.
Psycho Dave.
I was
Oh,
trained to do that. There's voice training in that.
I see. I know that took you what? You've been in radio, what, 20 something years?
I've been in it since 95.
Well, see. Why are you slacking on the clear then?
I don't know. Something's wrong with me today.
Maybe you need some Everclear to do the clear.
We're just going to look at his pay plan.
But we appreciate it.
We love Dave.
Dave is the best. Psycho Dave is most people really.
Yeah,
might
that's
know
all
him.
you need to stick with. Those
I'm
two
going
words
to.
are one.
I won't say the boo anymore.
Oh,
I
there you
just
had
said
to
the boo.
throw
Oh
it
no,
in.
I said it.
How does your phone say it? Psycho?
Yeah, no, it says Fisco Dave. But I spelled it wrong. Yeah. That's the reason why it does that. I went back and looked and I misspelled Psycho.
That's right. I remember. Yeah.
See, Dave, you got to be careful. You and I can share stuff like that, which I thought was cute and I would like that, but I'm not going to call you that. I mean, that's so breaking man code.
Bo takes it too far.
Yeah, that's why, hey, guys and gals, if you have a Tom, is that you sitting in front of my studio in a gray SUV?
It looks like ICE coming after Kurt.
Yes, 974.
You got your papers?
No, Tom's bringing me my shirt.
Oh, that booger.
I love him. The guy that never grows old.
Is Linda here?
Yeah, but hey, do y'all have nicknames for each other?
Dave?
You and your husband and your wife, do y'all have nicknames for each other?
I get called a lot of names from my wife, and it's usually not some things I want to
They're not
hear.
positive.
My wife's never given me a nickname.
Why? Well,
I had one growing up.
I could think of a few.
Okay, I'm going to embarrass myself. I dated a girl through high school, and you know what she called me?
Booger.
Butter.
Butter?
Not with a G, but with a D.
Butter.
I didn't like she called me her little booger, and I went, no, that doesn't work. She goes, well, how about butter?
Is it supposed to be like butter, but kind of an accent?
Instead of my little booger, my little butter. I know.
Butter.
You know what? I got my man card. I'm good. I don't mind sharing things like that.
Butter.
And so we used to do a Valentine's thing in the Viking. That was the newspaper, and she wrote me a little poem, and she goes, "To my butter." And boy, when my buddies found out who butter was,
You never lost it.
oh,
Never. What a beating.
yeah,
Butter.
but it was that puppy love, and you rolled with it.
My butter.
I remember her dad looked at me, goes,
.org.
"Butter." I went, I didn't do that.
Butter. Welcome back to the Automotive Edge with Butter as your host.
I knew it. Hey, this segment of the show brought to you by the great people. I'm telling you, I've been out there for a couple of days. The folks out at Hiley Fort Worth. You got Hiley Subaru, Hiley GMC Buick, Hiley Acura, Hiley Hyundai, and Hiley Mazda. And we're going to be posting the pics and my commentary on the new Santa Fe. I was out there with Kip Gilmore yesterday, and we're talking about, I'm telling you what, his lease programs with no money down are second to nobody. Get your kids started. Put them in a lease. Put their name on it with you. If they take care of their cars and they're responsible. Very, very important to have that in the repertoire. And Abe over at the Subaru store and Tim Boyk over at Hyundai and Kip Gilmore. Excuse me. I get choked up thinking about them. Mm-hmm. These are good people. I've known the Hiley family for 40 years, 30 years, I take that back. When Mr. Hiley partnered up with Mr. Freeman and opened up their other dealership. But I'm going to tell you what, these guys, they don't play around. They don't put all these crazy add-ons on their vehicle, and they're there to help you, educate you, and send you home if it's time in a brand new Acura, Subaru, Hyundai, Mazda, Buick GMC. I mean, quite the cornucopia. And think about how many pre-owned cars they have with those 5 dealerships. They got plenty. Go to HileyCarsFortWorth.com. That's HileyCarsFortWorth. And just let them know you're listening to Automotive Edge Radio Show. I got 4 people, 2 Mazda people, a Hyundai, and a gentleman going over to buy a pre-owned truck over at the GMC all today. The place, it's the Hiley Group over there in Fort Worth. And here's the thing. If you let me know you're going, I will call and set the appointment up and get you with the boss and make things simple. That's HileyCarsFortWorth.com. Well, I hope today, if anything, you got an understanding on how to buy an automobile. And if you don't, that paperwork, because when you get in there, a lot of it now is done on a touchpad. And they hand you that little pen and you just click, initial, sign, initial. And you're so caught up, and believe me, in my 38 years in the auto industry, I've got 2 dealerships to go right when I get off air. The excitement on people's faces when they're buying cars is as good as it gets. I mean,
and sometimes they don't give you actual paperwork. They give you a little
jump drive.
Jump drive. Yep. So you might, if you don't really look at the paperwork while you're signing, you may not see it anymore until you plug that in. So It's real important as you go line by line and do what you need to do before you get that jump drive.
Well, I got to tell you, I rate my life like this: God, my family, and my career. And I share God in my career with people at dealerships, and I always tell them, God bless you, and I mean it 100%. And I see their excitement. I feel their excitement. And I always say, where's the first place you're going to take it? Who's the first person you're going to show your vehicle to? And it's excitement. It needs to stay that way. It needs to stay that way.
Yeah, definitely.
And the best way to make that happen is go to theautomotiveedge.com, send me your information, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to the YouTube, put in the Automotive Edge Radio Show, and be a subscriber. That helps boost our awareness for people to know they have somebody in their corner from hello to congratulations. And I would just tell you, sometimes I don't give you the news you want to hear, but if I tell you the fly will pull the train, saddle the fly when it comes to your automotive needs. And I tell it like it is. I'm a 1, 2, 3 ABC meat and potato guy. I won't steer you wrong. I won't put you with the wrong people.
And the reason is there's no charge for it. So there's no reason for him to do anything different. And I posted up on our social media site live streaming is the QR code. So if you just take a picture of that, it'll take you right to the automotiveedge.com website. So it'll make it easier for you if you don't want to type all that in. But that's all the more reason to get with Kurt, because it's not going to cost you anything. And what it could save you is thousands and headaches.
Yep.
Period.
Yep. Today, I've already reconstructed 7 car deals for listeners that they're going to go in and go, here's the deal I want. And I leave meat on the bone for the dealer. They're, like Bo said earlier in the show, they're not a nonprofit. They've got to keep the lights on, pay the employees. They have to pay for the loaner cars that you get to drive. They have to pay for all the discount coupons that go out that you receive. All of that. There's a cost factor that's continual at a dealership. We just need to make it fair on both ends. There's not a better compliment that I got when I was running dealerships than somebody going, hey, Bo Carver referred you over to me. That's the ultimate compliment in the car business.
Correct.
When you get referrals because people believe in who you are, what you've done, and how you handle your business. And so that's what we want to do. A good car relationship is just like having a good doctor, a good attorney, a good dentist, a good friend in life, a good partner. That's what we do here on the Automotive Edge radio show. And I have people that no one's perfect that call me up and go, hey, I was over here at Joe Bag of Donut Motors. I am on the phone. Hey, was so-and-so in there? Yeah, this is what's going on. Fix it. I've had people that say, well, they told me this, and this. And I make a phone call and we just get it fixed. And not because I'm the one all end all. That's God. I just have great relationships in the industry to go, hey, let's make this right. If they choose not to, I promise you we can find you someone that does.
Yeah.
But the more knowledge you have going in and being fair, and I would just tell you, this last week I had to tell 2 people not to call me anymore because we set up a good car deal. Then they went in there and tried to beat the snot out of the dealer. Nope, not going to work. Don't do it. On one deal, they were making $300 on a vehicle. The other one, they were making about $1,600 on a $47,000 unit. And I went, that's a good deal on that product. And they went in there again and just tried to
get it even more low.
And I told the dealer, tell them goodbye. And they did. And both their wives called me and said, hey, what do we got to do? I went, I'm done. We agreed to something. I told you how much they were making on front and back. That included interest and everything. And that was a fantastic deal because both of the dealers that you went to were making $5,000 and $6,000. And now you want to go in there and beat the snot out of them again because of what happened to you in the past. No way, no. Doesn't work for me. I will see you through the deal, and we will make sure that both sides are fair and they're good, and that you have a dealer that you can always count on and rely on when it comes to your automotive needs.
And that's also that you can rely on Kurt helping you with all those moves too, because whether you're buying or selling or lease, parts, service, body work, tires, wheels, well, you'll be guided and directed to the places that's going to handle you properly. So again, that you get taken care of in the way you should be with your funds that you're laying out on the table. So there's no reason not to do it, because I don't get why you don't do it. I still don't understand if you go on your own. And there's so many changes that's happened almost daily in the automobile business that if you try to do that, best of luck, good luck. But Kurt says on Monday, please don't call and see if you got a good deal.
If you've taken delivery.
Yeah, if you've taken delivery. So don't do that. Just do it up front. Know before you go. That's the mantra right here on the Automotive Edge radio show. Know before you go with all the things you're dealing with. And that will make your life and your heart and your anxiety out the window.
And just remember, if you go to my website, theautomotiveedge.com, you don't see Lexus, Mercedes, you don't see whatever brand. It doesn't matter. I will find that place. I've got somebody going out to Whitesboro, Texas. I have somebody going down to a place in Toller. And I get on the phone. I start making a phone. Hey, do you know somebody down here? No, let me make a phone call. He called me and goes, hey, my buddy knows the owner. Great. Put me in contact with him. Hey, I got Joe Bag of Donuts wants to shag it 2 hours to buy a certain specific product that you have on your lot. Done. They left this morning to go pick up their new rig, pre-owned rig, but it was the only one in a 500-mile radius.
Wow.
And it was a fair price on it. And I already told them what their trade was worth. I already appraised it and looked at it. That's what we do. So anyway, we want to thank everybody for joining us on this roasty, toasty Saturday. I think we got about another 2.5 weeks of heat.
We're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's coming. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like we say, turn off those electronics, get reconnected, tell that person you love them, put the cell phones down, close the computer, turn off the TV. It's amazing the conversations you'll have with your significant other, your loved ones, your family, when you're mirroring them and really hearing what they're saying and what's on their heart. It is life-changing. When you meet my wife, you're like, what is she doing with him? But I've learned to be a good listener.
I say that
and
every week.
Understand what's being said. And remember, the most important thing is forgiveness. Remember, you're forgiven when you forgive. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. And you see somebody in need, help them. And things go a whole lot better, and your week starts out better.
And don't forget that we're here every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to noon, right here on 100.7 FM with Kurt Chase, the host, myself, Big Will's Bo Carver, and our fabulous producer, Dave Martin. And we're here to help you with all your automotive needs, and also on our live stream on Facebook, the Automotive Edge Radio Show, Shifting Gears, and on YouTube. Be sure to go to YouTube, the Automotive Edge Radio Show on YouTube, and subscribe and get this where people, when they Google something, they can get directed to the right place to go. So until next Saturday morning,
Instagram and YouTube.
There you go. So be sure and like and share. Until next Saturday, be safe out there so you can join us. God bless.
Be blessed.
Clear.
Thank you,
Have a good
Dave.
one.
Clear.
Thank you.
Clear.